Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new season here on the Absolute Women's Football Show. It feels like so long since we've been live, so it's so good to come back. And Chloe, how did you like the new intro? Did you like it?
It's good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's very funky, very fun.
I know, and it's got the clips of us, and it's got our picture at the Content Awards, and we just
Got me in because I wasn't there. Just put a little me on the end.
We'll put a note into Sam. We'll put a note in. But yeah, we really just wanted to reflect how much of a family we are, and how much, we're not just pictures. We are, one big family as part of this podcast. So thank you so much to everyone who's already in the chat. Mark, you're always first. Good evening. Evening to you. Evening to Sean. Evening to Tony. And Simon. Hello, hello, hello. Now, you may have noticed we put out on the tweet that it's going to be me, Chloe, and Paul. Paul is coming. Don't worry. He's just a bit, his work is running over a little bit, but he will be along shortly. Don't you worry. But yeah, Chloe, it's been ages since I've seen you on the pod. How are you? Excited to be back?
Very excited to be back. I'm good. I'm excited to talk about the new season.
And I don't know which team you're talking about because I don't know what.
You like little cannon? Fake
just see the little cannon.
No, it's because I'm trying to get my audition in for Arsenal FC with the blonde hair.
Hey, you fit right in. You absolutely do. Now, as everyone knows who follows us across the interwebs, tonight was meant to be our WSL 25-26 club by club season preview, but we've had a lot of news today, haven't we? So we need an emergency news segment to kind of go over what's been happening. But you know what? A lot of this, Paul will absolutely love to get involved with. So we're going to start with some little bits and pieces. We might even start the clubs. And then when Paul comes in, we'll slot in the rest of the big news stories when he's here, because he'll be gutted not to be a part of it. So the first one, Arsenal are currently playing West Ham in a pre-season friendly. Chloe, you are watching it for us. Any news?
Yeah, Freya Marnham has put Arsenal ahead. It was a lovely little dunk by Jenna Nisawonga. I like seeing her getting minutes. Like
she didn't, did she? Last season.
So it's nice seeing her get pre-season minutes, and I hope she's played regularly. But lovely little dink, and Frida starts at home. So 1-0 to Arsenal. But as I previously said to you before we went on air, I don't believe in pre-season. Like, I believe pre-season means nothing. It's just a chance for the team to bond, the new signings, get minutes in the tank.
Yeah.
But I say that about everything because Everton are just awful during pre-season. But you know what? Live, laugh, love. Pre-season means nothing.
And it's always, and again, I said this to you off air, it's always the teams that get beat. That's it. Yeah. Pre-season doesn't count. But no, you're right. The whole point is to try out different formations, get minutes in the legs, and just ultimately get ready for the new season, which we are going to talk about. Very good question from Tony, Chloe. Why wear an Arsenal shirt if you're an Everton fan?
Why not in it? I mean, I think we've all established by now that I am absolutely a fake fan.
Hashtag fan FC.
No, to be fair, I liked the shirt, so I bought it. And I wore it because it was a shirt I'm not bothered about ruining when I get my hair cut. So,
well, that could be offensive to Arsenal. So really,
well, it's not meant to be. It's more of a statement that I really like this shirt. It's one that I can just get my hair cut in, and I just couldn't be bothered changing. But I really like it. Isn't it nice? Like just the blue and the red and.
Yeah, because when it came out in a couple of different options, didn't it? I'm sure there was a tennis dress as well involved somewhere. So yeah, but no, it's a good. The navy and the red is very, very good indeed.
I had it bought for me for my birthday, so it's actually not on me.
Tony's out, game's gone.
Hey, what can I say? You'll see me ground hopping as well because I'll be going to different games. Oh, just cancel me from the community now.
We just love football. That's it. That's what it is. We've got our preferred clubs, of course.
But if you want to call me out, call it out as well, because have you seen how many shirts from the teams you just support Freya's got?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm wearing a Villa top.
Yes, you don't like.
Because not looking at the shirts, that just
not looking good for us. Just playing now.
But no, I just love a nice shirt.
Yeah, same.
I really love a nice shirt.
And then we spend so much money on the shirts, you just want to wear them all the time to prove, like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, so obviously we primarily talk about the WSL and WSL2 / Championship, but if we've got teams that we like from other leagues, we'll buy their shirts. They're not a rival, are they? So I get it. Obviously,
certain players you follow that have moved on, not moved on,
exactly.
Like they died, but moved to different clubs.
Like, it would be different, Chloe, if you rocked up with a Liverpool shirt one day. Like, that would just be wrong.
That would never happen.
Yeah, and if an Arsenal fan wore a Spurs shirt, it just like that. I get that. I understand that can't happen.
I get that, but also a little Arsenal shirt that's a little bit retro, a little bit nice. I don't really see an issue with. Like, I like this top.
It's leisure wear. It's not the actual kit.
A nice top, it's #gifted for my birthday, but I don't even know. Like, I feel like I pay enough money for all these shirts as well that I might as well wear them.
Yeah. And as Dusky rightly says there, more likely to buy another country's kit than I am to buy another club's kit. Yeah. Like the Swedish kits from the Euro. There were some beautiful kits from the Euros that I would have loved to buy. So yeah, absolutely. Tony's just putting the chat 2-0 Arsenal.
It is.
There we go. See, Simon's on our side as well. I'm a Coventry City fan, looked at buying a West Ham and an Arsenal retro shirt as well. And I think a lot of the time with retro shirts, like they're your memories as well. Like there's so many Arsenal shirts, like from, many years ago, that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one. And like, that's the sponsor I remember. And that's, so yeah, it's just a nice little trip down memory lane. And Sean's let us know that Fortuna versus Hibs is 0-0. In the Champions League qualifiers this evening. And we also, Manchester United were in action earlier today as well, weren't they? I believe they beat
Hammarby.
4-0, wasn't it? It was
4-0.
PSV. So yeah, they're against PSV 4-0, and they will be facing Hammarby in the next round. Yes,
a 9-0 thriller.
Hat trick from Elizabeth Turland, and Celine Bizet got the 4th on the day as well. So yeah, very, very impressive start for Manchester United. And again, we're going to be talking about all of their transfers a bit later on. The Canadian World Cup kit. Is that the one with the maple leaves on it? Like that was beautiful. I tried to get that everywhere and I couldn't get it. So Dusky, well done you for getting it. Very, very jealous of that one. Now, we are going to talk about the Burnley news, so don't you worry. And we're also going to talk a bit about London City Lionesses striking again with more transfers. But again, we're going to come back to that when Paul is here, because as you can imagine, he has some thoughts on the situation. Now, we'll get started then, because we've previewed the clubs in alphabetical order, and luckily Chloe's going to talk about Arsenal, I'm going to talk about Aston Villa, and then hopefully Paul will be here shortly. So there we go. So what I thought we could do is have a little look at how the WSL ended last season. So of course we had Chelsea up there unbeaten for the whole season, very impressive, 60 points, then a massive gap. Sorry to Arsenal fans. Arsenal in second on 48, and then the points started to bunch. Man United, Man City making up that top 4. Villa, if people remember, I was very happy. They went on a 5-game winning streak, which saw them climb up to 6th after being in 11th for so much of the season. But Crystal Palace, unfortunately, did get relegated. Now, what we've done is I've put together some little graphics for us. So in case you think, there's been a lot of names in here, not a clue what's going on. What I've done is for every single club, we've got the ins, we've got the outs, we've got the loans, we've got things like contract extensions, new managers, all that jazz on the screen. So of course you'll be listening to our lovely voices, but just in case
Oh, Freya, we've lost you. You're frozen. You're frozen. Right, we've lost. It's frozen. To be fair, I'm not mad about that for Arsenal. I'll try and fill in the blanks until we get. Oh, hello. It's only me. Yeah, try and fill in the blanks while we get Freya back. But to be honest, I'm not mad about Arsenal's transfer window. Like, I'm not surprised about Chloe Kelly. I thought that she would. She was going to go permanent anyways. Like we saw what Gareth Taylor did. It is the Chloe Bear show. Yeah. Hi guys. How are you all doing? No, to be fair, I'm trying to take over the best I can, but I'll just start with Arsenal. Like, I'll just cut straight to it. So, Arsenal have got for the first time, for a full. They've got Renee Slegers for a full season, because she only came in halfway last season to replace Jonas Eidevall. But Arsenal have most recently won the Champions League, and they came third in the table, as we just saw. Which, to be fair, thank you, Matthew. We really do. But I'm quite interested to see how she does on a full season. You know, obviously during pre-season they had a couple of games now. We obviously had Tottenham on Saturday, and they're playing West Ham tonight. They are changing formations, and trying to they're trying different things, trying different players. Obviously, they have got Taylor Hines and Liv Smith from Liverpool, which I'm personally really excited about because I saw Liverpool and them like a lot last season, when I was like going to games in the north, and I've seen them a fair bit, which is really quite exciting. So I think they're gonna do quite well. I'm also a little bit.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry. So
Do we to continue?
Fun fact. I live in a really small village, and it's been thundering lightning all day. And that was a power cut. So it knocked everything out, and I'm so sorry. I was literally sitting here in the dark like, oh no, what's happening?
Oh, wait till we watch this back. It's hilarious. I'm just literally whispering about. I just started talking about Arsenal.
Perfect.
Shall I continue?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was like, is the stream gonna cut out? Because obviously I've never done this before. So yeah, hey, I mean, at least the stream still worked. So good. So yeah, thank you, Chloe. Hey, I won't interrupt you anymore.
Okay,
so
right.
Arsenal, I mean, apologies because everyone's probably already heard this. Hey, I heard that. You're right. I only come here to listen to Chloe as well. Don't worry, I'll be quiet in a minute. But in terms of numbers, obviously you're watching them play at the moment, and they look pretty good, pretty attacking. And of course, opening day to London City, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But in terms of actual numbers, they haven't actually done that much business this summer, have they? So again, apologies if you've already said this, but do you think they still need more players, or do you think actually they just needed a few tweaks and that's it?
No, I don't think they do. I think they just needed a couple of tweaks. I mean, tweaks. What I was saying before was I was just talking about Taylor Hines and Olivia Smith, and how I saw them play at Liverpool a couple of times, and how excited I am about them. Like, I'm particularly more excited about Olivia Smith, and because she is a little like powerhouse. She was Liverpool's top scorer last season. Yes. And Taylor Hines is she's so captivating on the pitch, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, she was Liverpool's vice captain last season.
Sounds
and
right.
Also Chloe Kelly is signed permanently as well, which is incredible because she's already got that massive connection with the Arsenal Lionesses, but also loads of other players on the pitch, and she's found her kind of happiness again. But there's also a big blow for the start of the season because Leah Williamson has got a new knee injury. Arsenal have confirmed it's not related to the ACL, but it is that same leg. She was just having like a clean up after the Euros. Whether it was a scheduled one or she did it at the Euros, we didn't know she injured herself at the Euros, but whether this clean up of her knee was always scheduled for now or they had to do it because she was injured again, we don't know. But she is a big blow for them. But also, there's no Mariona Caldente tonight. They're trying to manage her load because she played a lot during the Euros, as we saw. So they're just making sure she's fine and she's fit and all of that. But moving on from signings for a minute, one thing I am really excited about for Arsenal is Renee's full season in charge, because she only came in halfway last year.
Of course, yeah.
And also that they are going to be playing all their WSL games at the Emirates Stadium. So all 11. That confused me when I wrote that at first, but then I realised there's 12 teams, so they will only play 11 times. Math.
Even away games, they're making them travel down.
Yeah. That all WSL games are going to be played at the Emirates, which is really exciting. And it seems like that is becoming the new norm, having these teams play at like the big stadiums. I will go into Everton at Goodison Park eventually, but they have confirmed that they are trying to get cup games also at the Emirates, but they'll probably be played at Boreham Wood, just because of it being a weeknight and the men might have it. But I think all WSL games at the Emirates is just really exciting. Like, they practically played there all season last year as well, but this time it's just kind of permanent and like official. But I'm just excited about that, and hopefully I can get down to a game at the Emirates because not been get a ground ticked off. Why? But I think Arsenal could potentially win this season. I'm saying that lightly, kids. Don't like quote.
No. Well, Matt said in the chat, hasn't he? I think Arsenal need to win. So not even going to, can, need, because they're in the best position they've ever been. Yeah, I'd agree in the past few years with the WSL. If they don't, all fingers were pointing at Renee. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because they won the Champions League final. Like, they are Champions League winners. So I think winning the WSL looks like it should be that natural next step. But it's, of course, can they beat Chelsea is the big question, isn't it? Do you think they can?
I think they can, because if we look at the table again, there's not that many like differences between the differences. Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Just very serious there. I don't know if you could see us or not, but good.
No. I was trying to go in the chat and say hello to everybody, and sorry for being late. Is everyone else laughing at Man United? Because it's a fairly standard thing.
No, we're all laughing at me actually, because I just had a power cut, so I disappeared for about 5 minutes.
And we're laughing at me trying to ad lib and continue on, but not having a clue what's happening.
Of course, because you wouldn't even have got any message, would you?
No.
Freya would have just disappeared, and you'd have been sat there.
Literally just disappeared. Yeah, I was sitting here in the dark. I was like, oh no.
I was sat in silence for about 5 seconds and then just started talking and then never stopped.
That's the way to do it.
She talks.
Always Phil.
Always Phil. Yeah, so Paul, just really quickly, we kind of introduced the show, and then we said we'd left the bigger news segments because we knew you'd want to talk about them. So we'll just start on clubs, and then we'll weave those news segments in with the rest.
and we can have. I can officially claim. And are we ready for a clang? Has anyone got like a pan to drop or something? Because
grab one.
Because Tom Gary, friend of the pod, his according to Guardian sources, thing that you wrote, Andy McKellar's sacked.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello, source.
Yes. Apparently, I nearly became an Everton fan, Chloe.
Shan. That would have been great. Like, I mean, to be fair, they said that. I mean, who are we rumoured to sign now? Ruby Mace.
Oh, are they? Oh, is Ruby Mace going to Everton?
Apparently, that's
Yeah, I saw that the other
Megan's
day.
friend has said that they're eyeing her up, but I'm just like, oh my god, how many signings do we need, guys?
Shannon O'Brien, you'd have loved Shannon O'Brien as well, so hopefully that can happen in January when Leicester inevitably fall. Although Shan is a Liverpool fan, born and bred.
She's not welcome then.
Oh,
sorry, that's harsh. That's actually quite mean. I'm sorry.
We'll have to try and work that one out.
That's actually really mean. I'm really sorry, Shannon. That's actually, you can come anytime you want. I don't mean it. I don't actually mean it, but that was really mean.
Yeah, Leicester are a mess, and so are Burnley, and
we're going to talk about it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, indeed. But yeah, Chloe, I do apologise. You were telling us. Do you think they can beat Chelsea?
I do. I mean, to be fair, if you look at the table again, there wasn't actually that much between Chelsea and Arsenal. And I think Chelsea only slipped up a couple of times. Like, they had a few draws, but ultimately they did win. Like,
I'll show you. Look.
Oh, actually, there is a big gap. Okay, cancel everything I just said. Forget everything I thought it was closer than that. Yeah, ignore me.
They did lose a few times.
Actually, scrap everything I just said. I know nothing. Let me rephrase my sentence. Yeah, I think if
I mean, to be fair, 12 points. Worst lead in football, that 12-point lead.
I thought it was closer, to be honest. Like,
it's like the Sky Blues on Saturday with that 7-0 win. Worst lead in football, 7-0.
It was on the same lines as Arsenal United difference, like only like 4-6 points. Like, I thought it was. Oh my god! I thought it was closer.
Hey, only a couple of games in it. If they can just win those games, then that's fine, right? They can do that.
I'm just gonna go back.
I mean, if they beat Chelsea twice, that's 6 points. Because I believe they lost to Chelsea both times, so that is a 12-point swing. I
genuinely thought that was closer. I was convinced it was like United and City, like 4-6 points. Like, I genuinely thought, okay, Matthew, scrap that. I didn't mean it. Okay, I've forgotten everything. There's now actually a lot.
Oh no, that's going on a t-shirt. That definitely is. But the thing is, though, it shows you just how crucial, and again, we say it all the time, just how important each game is, because we've seen that you lose to Chelsea twice, and that's suddenly half of that gap gone.
Oh my god!
And there's just not that much room to make those mistakes.
No, isn't it all that gap gone? Because it's a 12-point gap.
And then 6, and then 6.
Chelsea would lose 6 points, and Arsenal would gain 6 points. So all they have to do is beat Chelsea twice. All they have to do is beat Chelsea twice. But
I'm so embarrassed. Like, that's just not even funny. I thought it was.
Well,
it's close.
Go. I'll tell you what. Let's distract. Tony's saying that Arsenal's main problem is the fact that while their first choice backline is solid, their second choice backline is not. And that really came into play in Spurs pre-season, which we all saw was a 4-3, wasn't it, to Spurs? And there were, unfortunately, a lot of video evidence of things going wrong in that back line. So, Chloe, do you think if they were to bring in anyone else, should they bring in some more quality defenders? Or do you think actually they just need time to work on their partnership?
I think they just need time to work on the partnership and just... I mean, I don't think Rene's got any more signings planned, but, never say never. I think that they're good, they're solid. From what I've seen in both pre-season games, they've been decent. Like, they've just won 2-0. Rene looks cool as always. Like, I want to be Rene Sluggers when I grow up. She's just so cool.
Do you think pretending Steph Catley is a centre back?
Oh god, that Tottenham was awful. I mean, she just was pulling positions out of a hat. Okay, Katie, goalkeeper, go forth. Nobody was in the right positions.
Stop pretending Katie McCabe is a fullback and just kind of accept that she's
no goalkeeper. As the hat says. No, to be fair, I'm just excited. I want the season to start already. Like, why is it like...
as your hashtag says, 10 days to go. Really, only 10 days? That's mad indeed.
10 days too long.
Hey, there's
I mean,
friendlies at the weekend. Don't you worry.
We did 20 games in 10 days over the summer, didn't we? We did 20 live streams in 10 days over the summer. That's
And we were never the same again, Paul. We were never the same again. So, Paul, you missed us at the beginning, but I introed kind of the graphics that we're going to be looking at. And anyone else who's just joined us, welcome. So for each club, what we've got is pretty much the transfer tracker that I have been updating since about May with all of the ins, outs, new contracts, loans, managers, etc. And it's all here for you. So we talked a bit about earlier, before I got cut off, about the fact that Arsenal have brought in Chloe Kelly, Taylor Hines, Annika Borbe from Wolfsburg, and Olivia Smith from Liverpool. So impressive attacking quality signings there. Lena Hertig, Amanda Ilsted, Tia Goldie, Laura Wienreuter, and Freya Godfrey have all left the club. And on loan, Rosa Kafaji finally is going to get minutes, we hope, out on loan. Michelle Adjiman has gone back to Brighton for another season on loan, so they've gone together. And Layla Harbert, interestingly, has gone out to Portland Thorns until
I don't get
January.
that, because she'll only be playing until December. Like, that seems a little bit of a... Sending her to the NWSL now seems a bit of a weird one. You'd wait until, like, the summer to send, so she'd get a full season, because...
Well, we've only got...
There's always demand for players in January, isn't there?
Yeah.
Clubs are desperate for players in January, so...
Yeah, no, you're right. And so, yeah, so there has been a little bit of movement. Again, probably would have expected maybe a few more in certain places, because as, you know, Matt said there, the team that started for Arsenal against Spurs included all first choice, all second choice starters, apart from the goalkeeper. Arsenal don't have the quality. So any Arsenal fans in the chat, Chloe, not you.
I'm not an Arsenal. Oh my God, I will deny these allegations.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that one.
Well, there aren't going to be any Arsenal fans watching, because I can say what I like without annoying people, because Taylor Swift got engaged, so they're all going to be screaming about that. All the people who shout about stuff like that are going to be...
See, Chloe's just proven
I
her allegiance.
wouldn't check my Instagram if I were you. I just want to look at my stories because I'm also celebrating Taylor Swift's engagement. I wouldn't look. I'd just unfollow me now.
Oh, Chloe.
She's going to release a song about... She's going to have to stop writing about her boyfriends now. She's just going to have to do a remix for Travis Kelce called Look What You Made Me, I Do.
Wow.
Have you seen her ring, though? It's beautiful.
No.
Is it? What's the one on her finger like?
I'm going home. Bye.
28 minutes in. Yeah, I think it's the Power Cup coming, guys. Hang on. Anyway, back to football. Tony there, Annika Borbe, I'm not listening, didn't have a good game against Spurs. She made Zinsberger look like prime Peter Cech. And my Twitter mutuals who watch the Bundesliga don't rate Borbe either. So it makes you wonder indeed, but because obviously these players have been scouted, they've been watched for quite a long time. So clearly there is something that the club are intending to use. And the only reason I'm shutting down a bit of chaos is because we've already gone through half an hour. We've had a power cut. We've gone through one club. So let's get the timer on. Yes.
Returning back to the point, as it were.
Yes.
Annika Borbe wasn't very impressive if you look at her expected goals versus actual goals against. She actually conceded more goals than expected, or has done over the past year against comparable goalies. And I don't even think she was Wolfsburg's starter, was she? I'm just
I don't know because
to check.
No,
but it seems like, you know, well, I want to say not Mel Frooms, but definitely.
Yeah, Frooms.
Is it Frooms for Wolfsburg? I thought she was
Frooms at Wolfsburg. Yeah. So yeah, it just shows you if you're not in that starting position to suddenly come to a club like Arsenal where there is a lot of pressure. And yes, it's pre-season, but it's open to the public. Lots of eyes on you. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? So, yeah, we can only hope she can settle in. Because, again, different clubs and make players act differently. We saw Van Domslaar at Villa, not great. Van Domslaar with Arsenal, much better. So it could just be the club as well. But it's only been one appearance, so we won't give up all.
You just implicitly criticise Arsenal. You can't do that. But
criticised Van Domslaar. There's a difference. And proof in point, everyone go back and watch that season because it wasn't great. So talking about Villa, here we go. So as a Villa fan, initially there was radio silence from the club, and I think we were live during the Euros with this, and we were saying there needs to be something. Like, other clubs are announcing signings, other clubs are announcing departures. Why don't we know anything? And finally, we got some departures. So we've got Rachel Corsie, who has been a fantastic servant to the club, club captain, has had a nasty few years with injury, and she has officially retired from the game, from the national team. So we're down one of our leaders there, in a sense. Danielle Turner, absolutely love Dan Turner. She's now with Melbourne City. She's gone out to Australia. Gutted that her contract wasn't renewed. However, unfortunately, she was probably seen as we want to up the quality. And as she started to become, super sub, wasn't getting as many minutes, you can totally understand that decision, but we still do love her. Jordan Nobbs, still a bit heartbroken over this one. Again, end of contract, went to Newcastle United. Of all the clubs in all the world, she chose that one. I suppose I wish her the best, but why Newcastle? Maz Pacheco as well. Chloe, you've got a fantastic one there, as you know. There was even a petition, people might remember, from Villa fans saying, why on earth have you let Maz Pacheco go? But she has gone to Everton, so at least we do still get to see her. Another one going out, Sophia Pua. Now, she, cracking young goalkeeper, who's been signed by London City to then go on loan to Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest have got a very, very good young goalkeeper. And again, we're doing a WSL2 preview next week, so do come and join us again for that. But she was such a good young talent. That would have been... It would have been very intelligent of Villa to keep her for, words. I think the power cut has zapped my brain. It would be a really, really good signing to keep her for development for the future. But look, we've signed people. That's exciting. Because remember in January when I was really upset because nothing had happened. And we got absolutely no one. So a bit like what Chloe said about Renee Slagers having her first season in charge, this is Natalia Arroyo's first full season in charge as well, after coming in January. And already Villa have had a very impressive pre-season. I've actually just had confirmation I'm going to do press on Saturday for their game against Berlin. So very excited there. So it'd be great to actually see them because this is the only ticketed one that they've done. We've only had little clips here and there, but we can just take a moment. Lynn Wilms, everyone, Lynn Wilms from Wolfsburg is a Villa player, which is insane. And I was actually talking to Sam Biccarino, who some might know as Statorino. And he was doing a bit of research and he said, you know what, if you put Lynn Wilms in to the stats websites, she is most comparable to people like Lucy Bronze and Katie McCabe. So if you don't know that name now, then hopefully you will very, very soon. So yeah, incredible signing there.
I wasn't cheering at that. Everton have just scored, so sorry.
Hey. No, woo at me, okay?
Also, when you watch Union Berlin,
yes.
look out for a player who, in my opinion, should be in the WSL because she's amazing. Tanya Pavolic, who plays in the field.
I will make a note of it. Thank you very
for
much.
Union Berlin, who are the club we should also support because they are the left-wing club of Berlin.
Hey,
Like they're properly progressive, as it were. And if they have fans come over, you'll hear them shout "Eisen Union" a lot, which doesn't sound like it. Which sounds like some sort of battle chant, but it just means Iron Union, which is very communist indeed. You can almost see the red flags flying. They're a lovely football club. And they also play at the most an amazing stadium name. I know we love an amazing stadium name.
Yeah.
They play at Stadion an den Alten Försterei, which is the stadium at the Old Forest Hut.
Incredible. The Old Forest.
Lots of rolls off the tongue.
It's literally called the Old Forest Hut.
I mean, Lynn is incredible. To be fair, like that is a good signing. I'm really excited to watch her.
Yeah. And, we brought in Ellie Roebuck. I think, we talked about this at the time. And we kind of said we knew a goalkeeper was needed, but did we expect it to be Ellie Roebuck? Probably not. However, excited to see what she can do back on WSL. Jill Byings, we finally got her on a permanent deal from Bayern Munich. Very excited about that. We all saw what she could do in the midfield last season. We've got Lucia Kendall, England Youth International from Southampton. Yeah, very excited.
If you don't know that name now, and if you come and watch us every week and you hear us talk about the Championship, why don't you know that name? Because it should be like us watching the Championship. She is a player to watch.
Yes.
She's due a breakout season. She's due a "Who is Lucia Kendall" article.
And we'll be like, remember we talked about it. But yeah, again, strengthening that midfield. Very, very excited. We've also got Océane Delonde from Montpellier. Again, in defence, we needed more options, and finally we have her. Probably looking at, depending on how Arroyo is going to play. So we've got 3 centre backs at the minute. So we've got Anna Patton, Lucy Parker, and Delonde as well. So she's Arroyo's been playing in pre-season more of like a 5 at the back. So having Wilms and Thomas a bit further up on the wing. So it could be actually we're going to be playing a bit more of a defensive system. But yeah, I'm just excited to see how she fits into the team. And also, one of the exciting things Arroyo said was that she was going to bring more youth into the squad. And she has done that with our most recent signing. We've got Maya Hijikata, who's a forward, young forward. She's 21, I believe, with the smallest team name in the world, Nippon TV Tokyo Verdi Bellezza. So there you go. Just really short, of course, for sponsorship reasons. But yeah, Japanese international. I think she's won a couple of titles out in the Japanese leagues, and to just have that vision from Villa has been missing for the last few seasons. So I think honestly, finishing 6th, 5th again would be another good season. I think there's probably still too much a gap at the minute to try for those top spots, but I think with the team they've got, and of course can't forget the contract extensions, Lucy Staniforth, Sarah Malin, Rachel Daly, Kirsty Hansen, Lucy Parker, Anna Patton. All of those crucial members of the squad are here to stay. And Anna Patton's contract, I believe, runs until 2028. So that's a real good view of where Villa want to go. And they know they need to keep all of their players. What was that, Paul? Sorry?
I'd be excited, as a Villa fan, because there's a lot of energy among the wing backs. Because obviously Sarah Malin is the little engine that can. She just gets up and down the wing like a train. Lynn Wilms has come in as well. If you're on the left side of an opposition team, going up and down, if you're an opposition winger and you're like, it's going to be a tough game against Lynn Wilms, having to track back and forth, whatever, and then Sarah Main's come on off.
Yeah. Yeah, no rest for the wicked at all. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this new season because we finally got depth, which is quite nice to say. Because I felt like we just didn't have really any defenders because Lucy Parker, unfortunately, has been a bit unlucky with injury. So when she was out, really, it was a struggle to kind of where people are fitting in. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. We've also had some youngsters that should have been on there. Lydia Salloway, Rachel Maltby have also signed professional contracts with the club as well. So very, very exciting going forward. So Villa, I think, in for another decent season. I don't think they're at risk of dropping down. So fingers crossed, just as high as possible. But I'm thinking 5th, 6th area would be very good because, of course, other teams have strengthened as well, which we're going to talk about. Chloe, that's a question I didn't ask you. Where do you think Arsenal are going to finish?
Great question.
Thank you.
Either first or second.
First or second again, so right up there.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth shut after last time.
Because there wasn't much of a difference. But yeah, people in the chat, what do you think the final table is going to look like at the end of next season? And Tony really helpfully putting there 4 notable Bledsoe players. You've got Yamashita, Shimizu, Hasegawa, Endo, Miyazawa, Fujino, Ueki, Tanaka, Iwabuchi, Kinga, all of those incredible names, which we know did come and play for us in the WSL. If anyone doesn't know who Matthew supports, it's getting more and more obvious. So yeah, okay, in those top 2 spots, good, okay. And like I said, Villa coming around that 5th and 6th spot. Paul, Brighton. It's been a bit of a strange one there because they announced a lot of players leaving very early on, didn't they? And they've already brought in a couple of names. Of course, Michelle Ajman being one of them. So what do you think about their summer, Paul, really? And what do you think, or what do you predict for this season?
I mean, Dario Vidosic is interesting because they had a fantastic start last season, didn't they? And then kind of faded away. I mean, it is something of a reset, certainly defensively, because look at those players leaving. Poppy Pattinson, Maria Torres-Dottir, Guro Bergsvand. That's their starting defence, basically gone.
Yeah.
Diana Stefanovic, who I'm pretty sure was a myth because she played 7 minutes for Brighton. I think I saw the only 7 minutes she played for Brighton because they were against Coventry United in the FA Cup. Paulina Bremer's an interesting one to let go because she's a very, very good, well, certainly a very serviceable forward. And then you've got a few more young players. Li Mingwen was always going to leave, I think. Nikita Paris buggering off to London City, continuing her mission to play for every team in the WSL.
Like a bingo card, just keep ticking them off.
Just keep scratching them off, even new teams. Can't possibly due to the fact that there was a dump truck of money parked outside the house. Which, let's face it, probably the case with all of them. We'll get to London City, everybody.
We'll get to London City, don't you?
I have thoughts about London City.
We knew you would. Don't you?
Players coming in, see, again, a lot of them are not cast-offs, but a lot of them you look at and kind of go, well, why didn't? Because they weren't needed a stroke, wanted at other clubs, like Miley Simpome, for example, from Chelsea. Like she left because she was never going to get in the Chelsea team. Really.
Just well, yeah.
Carla Camacho again is a deep cut from Real Madrid. That's what I'm just going to start referring to, like squad players, just deep cuts. As Tony points out, Schumacher Nardozzi is an interesting one because she had a really good World Cup and came to prominence and then kind of disappeared back to the wastelands of League One Feminine that wasn't Lyon in terms of coverage and watching. And then continuing every Japanese international has to now play in the WSL. Minami from Roma.
Mm.
It seems to have just been an arrival of a whole bunch of Japanese players once again into the WSL this season. But Brighton is just there. Like, they haven't really kicked on this time.
Sorry, Paul. Is anything over your microphone?
No, it's far away.
There we go. Perfect. Okay.
It's not small. It's far away.
It's far away. I was literally leaning further in, being like, "Can I?"
Plus, I talk quietly. Sorry, everybody.
Thank you.
But yeah, Brighton are just there. Like, they seem, for all the talk about their amazingly expensive boot drying training centre with individual kit dryers or whatever the hell that everybody was very excited about. They haven't really kicked on in terms of investment. And yes, they're Brighton. So the whole club on the men's side as well is built on that kind of sign cheap talent, develop it, sell it off ridiculously expensive, or be a stepping stone. But in terms of quality there, I wonder if Michelle Adjemang. I hope Michelle Adjemang can kick on and have an amazing season. And I think that it's interesting Arsenal have turned around and said, even despite you announcing yourself on the European stage, you can still bugger off and get loaned somewhere else. We're still not going to play you that much. And she will get her chance with Paris going. You know, Adjemang will be the first choice striker now for Brighton.
Yeah, I mean, that's a statement in itself, isn't it?
But there's just not that much there for Brighton. There's not.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It'll be interesting to see. So, how do you think they're going to do then overall? Because, I mean, if we look again, just previously going back to our lovely table, they did finish 5th last season.
I think other teams have improved much more than them. Other teams below them have improved much more. Everton have. We've spoken about Villa. London City now coming in instead of Crystal Palace will be an issue for teams like Brighton.
Do you think they're going to be in trouble? Or do you think they'll still be okay? Could be another question. A way to look at it.
I think they'll be in trouble. They'll be looking down rather than up.
Okay. Yeah.
I think is where their focus will be, trying to stay away from the bottom rather than.
Yeah. I think it's going to be another scrap at the bottom. I really do, because some teams, like we said, have really improved. Some have kind of tweaked a little bit, and some Spurs have only brought in one player. So it's is it? I mean, there's still time. It's still August. The window doesn't shut until the 4th of December. No, September. The 4th of September. So still a little bit of time.
I am quite surprised that they weren't in on not quite London City level of name players in the pub and try and sign them, but I think that they are a team whose confidence perhaps does not match their ability. And as Tony says, that was a theme last season where they tried to play out from the back.
Yeah.
And they weren't built to play out from the back because you know, when you think of ball playing defenders, you do not think of Guro Bergsvand and Maria Torresdottir or Yorelin Karabali, with all due respect to their abilities as defenders.
Yeah. No,
their abilities are not in threading fancy passes.
No, and there has to come a time, doesn't there, where, you have to admit, right, this isn't working and it's not something we need to keep trying. Let's just think of something else. We just need to change it because it's not us, it's not our style.
WSL reminds me a bit of, how there's a run of managers in the men's game who do well briefly and they love to play the right way and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they become the darlings of the football press for a little while, and then they're exposed as actually being a bit shit.
Yes, it's indeed. You think that's going to happen then?
I think Dario Vidosic could be the women's version of someone like Michael Beale or Russell Martin in the men's Premier League. Sorry for bringing up Michael Beale as a Sunderland fan. I know that might open some old wounds, but Ruben Amorim, really? That's a fairly big statement to make, although Ruben Amorim's team aren't losing 2-0 to Grimsby at this point, so a fair point.
Oh dear.
And then I suppose with Brighton, it leads to the question of Brighton are one of those teams where the ownership seem to overthink stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you have teams like Man United where the ownership just don't think at all. You have teams like Arsenal where the ownership think they're being really clever and they're not. You have Chelsea and people like Paul Green who are very good and just get stuff done.
Mm. Yeah,
and then you have people, and then you have Brighton who are like, well, we're not the most flush with cash. We're not the most this, that, the other. Let's try and be intelligent and think outside the box. And it's like, yeah, but there's a reason the box is there sometimes.
Yeah. No, you
and you might be better off staying in it.
So no cup runs for Brighton or anything like that? You don't think this season?
I'm probably going to be. I feel bad because one of my good friends who I've met through football is a Brighton fan, and they're a lovely human being. And they've always been very complimentary of the podcast and all sorts of things. But just they're doing a good job of convincing people they have ambition without actually really having it.
Okay. So another season for them to prove that they've got a little bit of something.
Another season for them to try. Another season where it's can Brighton prove that that all the work is paying off? No. And at the end of it, it'll be, oh well, it was another successful season. We consolidated.
Yeah, there's a time, isn't there, when you're like, okay, we're past consolidation now. We know we can get there. Let's keep it.
Go somewhere else and try and be there. And there are too many teams in the WSL who are just like, we're on the gravy train now. Let's sit and do it. Let's sit and keep earning the money. Do just enough to stay in the division.
Yeah, and not actually push for that title. A team that will be pushing for the title again, though, is Chelsea. And coming back to me for this one, now we've kind of talked about with the last couple of clubs, where we think they're going to be at the end of the season. But realistically, in Chelsea's case, it's who's going to be up there challenging them, because we know they're going to be up at the top. We know they're going to be, loads of people already have got their predictions and saying, yeah, Chelsea are going to win it again, because they've just shown they've got that quality and they're just that good. So just to recap kind of for last season, of course, unbeaten. We had a look at the table at the beginning, didn't we? Won the FA Cup, the Sub Cup. So the only thing missing, of course, is got to be that Champions League trophy. So we said it last season, but I'm going to say it again, even more so. I think that's got to be the aim, hasn't it? That's got to be the ultimate prize. They've proven they can win everything else. So this is the one where really, if you look at all of those other competitors, you Barcelona's and everyone else, it's not a great time to be Barcelona, really, is it? So this could be the season this could be the year that actually Chelsea, with a little help from things elsewhere on the continent, that they can do it. They can finally do it. I mean, looking at some of the transfers, they've only brought 4 in, but when you look at the 4, you can see why that's happened. So Chelsea have always been pretty on the money with their transfers, haven't they? So looking out for young talent, sending them on loan till they're ready. And we've got a really good mix of youth and experience. So looking at the first one there, Olivia Peng. I mean, Paul, during the Euros, we sat and chatted about, what an impact she made for Switzerland and coming in from Werder Bremen. I mean, what a transfer for her. Young goalkeeper coming in. Mara Alba as well. She's had experience with. Hey, you wouldn't think I had notes, would you?
I think Olivia Peng starts for 90% of WSL teams already.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that she's come in and it's generally accepted that she's not going to start because the starting goalie happens to be Hannah Hampton. Then that's why. Spot the Villa fan in the chat, by the way. I'm assuming we love Port Vale after they beat Birmingham.
Yes, well done, Dylan. You are welcome here.
That's the only time anyone's ever said we love Port Vale and meant it. Not even a real play. Anyway, but Mara Elba is. Do you reckon she's sort of the next Micah Hamano? I think this is a year Micah Hamano kicks on.
Okay.
Because she's really started to show her quality.
Yeah, no, I think so. Because Mara Albers, she's 19. She was at Hoffenheim, so really, really good spot there, bringing her in. Only played 6 matches for Hoffenheim last season, but got an assist. So, I mean, hey, she was contributing, even though she wasn't on the pitch that much. So yeah, it just kind of shows that she's got that kind of raw talent coming through. Played for Germany at the youth groups as well. So again, Chelsea have seen something in her that is certainly gonna add to that squad. And like you said, they've got in that forward and even attack and midfield areas. Any squad depth Chelsea can get in those areas for all of the competitions that they're in. However, Tony's saying there, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually threw the league this season and focused everything on Champions League.
I mean, an interesting thing about Mara Alba, and this is why you have a German speaker on the pod.
Please do.
In 2022, she won the Fritz Walter Medal, which is basically it's a German Football Association award to the best youth players or the brightest prospect of youth players.
Very good. She
got the silver medal, not the gold medal. Amongst players who've won gold, Anja Mittag, for example, and Babette Peter. But some of the names who have won the silver medal and gone on to have fairly decent careers. Alex Pop.
Yep.
In 2009. She had a decent career. Ramona Petzelberger as well.
Wow.
Lena Magul. Sarah Debret. Paulina Bremer. All of the Janina Minge, of course, who has been very impressive for the German national team. Lena Oberdorf has also won the silver medal before winning the gold medal. So, some of the names, it's not a bad award to win, even the silver medal. These are players who are, it's a mark of quality.
Yeah.
And it'll be
interesting. It's on the standard, isn't it?
Yeah. It gives you an idea of the standard you need to be to win that medal, and Mara Alba's won that. So
yes, she has indeed. So yeah, like we said, very very exciting youngster there. Becky Spencer, Tony saying, really, why did we do it? It's only really to have her about as a third keeper. Hey, but she's a solid third keeper in that respect, and I think maybe Becky Spencer's maybe happier to be in that role now. I think
Becky Spencer's career is winding down is the wrong word, but I think
I
would imagine when you reach that age as a footballer, you are aware of what your role is probably going to be on a team.
Older, cooler head, got the experience, is there to call upon when needed. I mean, it's a solid signing, isn't it? It's solid when they're in. And of course, Ellie Carpenter. Needs to talk about Ellie Carpenter, especially with, of course, Lucy Bronze having essentially no leg left after playing in the Euros. Will be out for a little while, and who better to bring in than Ellie Carpenter to be in that starting position. I do generally think she'll come in and start straight away. Again, Chelsea fans in the chat, knows a lot of you. How excited are you that she's joining? But yeah, I mean, Chelsea are always bringing in that quality, and like I said earlier, it's going to be who can challenge them for that title. Will they have enough depth to still win the title when focusing on Champions League as well? They've lost some leadership. Sophie Ingles gone, Zashira Musovic has gone. Congratulations to her and her partner on the baby as well. Baby has been born recently. But they've also lost, Mia Fishel, who didn't really get a chance to play because, of course, her ACL. But positively, as well as, sending their youngsters out on some really good loans, Lola Brown at Crystal Palace, etc. Sam Kerr is back on the pitch, on the grass training. And I was saying this the other night when we were chatting, saying, what is Sam Kerr's role now in the team when you look at that squad? And again, Chelsea fans in the chat, where do you think Sam Kerr's going to fit back in? Do you think she's still going to be that superstar striker, or do you think she'd be content to be more of a part of that attacking team now? Because
I think there'll be the news stories in November about Sam Kerr looking for a move.
Interesting. Okay.
I think she's expendable in that Chelsea team. Well, that rumbling you can hear is all the Chelsea fans in the chat coming from.
Well, no, Tony says, part of the attacking team, and I suppose they don't have to rely on her as much as maybe they once did to score those goals because they've got the depth across that front line. But also maybe because obviously she's welcomed a new baby in as well. So I just think maybe she'd be quite actually happy that the focus isn't on her.
I think she's third choice striker. I think Dusky says. I think it's Ramirez, Beaver Jones, and then maybe Sam Kerr.
I mean, that's still a pretty good lineup, isn't it? Pretty good front line. Kerr'll still be important, of course, but not a 90-minute every game player. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Dusky. Yeah.
But she's also had a lot of time out, hasn't she? Like she's had a full season now, but then she also had almost like half a season as well. Like I can't actually remember when she did her ACL, but she's had so much time out.
Been a long, long time. Yeah, it's been over a year, has it?
Yeah, I mean I can't remember exactly when she did it, but she's had so much time out that it is going to be really hard to get back into a squad, particularly when you've had. I mean, yeah, she's back on the pitch and training and stuff, but still, it's a long time to be out.
You can click this. The Sam Kerr era is passing at Chelsea. It's already ended. She's been replaced by Ramirez.
Well, she was brought in as that brand, wasn't she? The SK20 brand. So maybe she will move on. But yeah, keep tuning in every Wednesday, and we'll bring you all of the latest news. Now, Chloe, we're going to your other team now. We are going to Everton because, I mean, this page, and I will warn everyone, and please don't worry if you can't read the writing. You can see them all on my transfer tracker, which is at the115yards.com, where all of this is from. Because, I mean, Chloe, would you have ever thought that an Everton transfer window could be this busy with so many iconic people? And one person I didn't mention, I do apologise because I knew this was coming up. Katie Robinson has gone on loan to Everton from Villa. So there you go. Just just another one. No one expected it. Not even us. So there we go. So yeah, Chloe, tell us all about it.
Having a redemption arc at 22 is weird.
It is, isn't it? But yeah, we'll let Chloe tell us all about it. How do you think the window's gone pre-season and your thoughts on the upcoming season? What do you think your Blues can do?
We're going to win the league, boys. No.
Bit that, Sam. 1 hour, 6 minutes.
No, do you know what? This window is really exciting me. Like, all those... I mean, we've lost some good players. I'm going to miss Justine Van Havermaet and her towering headers. I'm going to miss Sarah Homegaard just because she was like the full package. I'm going to miss Mara Mieldi just for that experience. I'm so excited about Ornella and Rosa Van Gool because they're like young players, you know, they play for the under-23s. They're going to be like that breath of fresh air. I'm so excited about all the Japanese players we've signed. Like, we've got 4 now. That link up between Hono and to answer your question, Tony, yes, I am worried about the 4 players going. That is like having those, but then we're also going to essentially lose our Claire for the Asian Cup, aren't we, for Australia? So silver linings in that. No, to be fair, I'm very excited about the 4 Japanese players because that, I mean, I love Hono. I've said week in, week out how great Hono is, how incredible she is. And having like 3 Honos, I know they're not 3 Honos for individuals, but you know what I mean. But having those 3 Japanese players to link up with Hono and like, I'm so excited. Man, just...
We can't tell. You're being very subtle about it.
Just Maz. Well, I've never had this before. I don't know what it's like to get players in. It's weird. It generally just shows what a little bit of investment and belief can do, doesn't it? Because, like, and also technically, don't quote me on anything because I haven't actually read it because I'm a bad person. But I've also read that a headline that Everton are now women are completely independent from the men. Like, they've been sold and bought, so they're an independent team. I should have read the article, but I haven't. I've just read the headline. So whoops, bad fan. Someone read the article.
Really, everyone in the chat, please go and do your research because Chloe didn't read that one.
You know what? I do. The research I do is good, right? I mean, I made a full-on PowerPoint about rugby.
She was too busy getting excited at her team winning their first game at the Big Dick Stadium. So, you know.
No, I'm just...
Okay, clip that.
No, I'm just really, really excited. And, of course, obviously, we've moved to Goodison Park. Goodison Park is our permanent home this season, which makes us now have the biggest independent women's stadium. Although I don't actually know how big it is now because they've started ripping the seats from the top so that we're just going to primarily use the bottom, which A, I think is quite a good idea. So then we know how many seats we're selling. But B, I also think it's a little bit bad because if we sell the bottom out for, you know, quote unquote big games, then there won't be anywhere else. Quite sad. But we're realistic. We're a very realistic team that we know we're not going to sell out every game. And we're being very realistic about where we're going to, what the seats are going to be. Hopefully they will announce how many seats are actually going to be in the stadium. So it was like 52,000 at Goodison, but they're taking seats out. So I don't actually know. I did try to find this, by the way. I did try and research how many seats are going to be left, but I couldn't find them.
They're taking out the top tier, basically.
Yeah.
Possibly
yeah, top tier's going.
possibly the top 2 tiers of that 3-story stand, the Bullens Road stand, and then they're leaving all the single tier stands. So they're leaving the Gladys Street end and the one at the other end that nobody knows the name of.
Yeah, so that's but I don't know how many seats are left in now. So I'll ask my friend Joe and find out. I'll find out. But no, I just think this is a really exciting season and a really good season. I'm a bit worried about playing Liverpool first. I can't lie, because normally we're awful for the first couple of games till we find our groove. We also have only played one proper preseason game, because the rest have all been like 15-minute intervals. Like, so
I can give you a scouting report on that, because I casually spoke to Klaus Jorgensen the other day, who's a former Coventry City player, and he is now one of the people high up at Fortuna Curing. And I just happened to mention the base of talking to him, I enjoy women's football. He's like, oh, I work in women's football now, and we had Everton over here, and they looked really, really good, and Brian Southampton has really got his team going well. And I think they'll do really well this season. So there you go. Optimism.
Yeah, I'm optimistic, and I'm just really excited. I feel like this is such a brand new era for us. Like, we've actually got players for once, and we've signed some good ones. We haven't just let ones leave and then not replace them, because we couldn't. Like, last year we had players leave and we couldn't replace them because we didn't have the money to. This year we've had players leaving, but we've had the money to replace them, and it's so exciting. I'm excited to see Aurora Ghali, Yaya, get back on the pitch, because obviously she did a race out last year. She came on for a couple of years. What are you laughing at?
That was very I wasn't laughing at anything. What was that?
Oh, Freya, what are you laughing at?
You just went very naughty. What are you laughing at?
And I'm like, I'm just passionate. No, I thought it was
Yaya's back. Hey, I'm reading about your seating plan here. I was gonna come back with some sets.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at what I'd said. Yeah, no, I'm.
I'll tell you if I was laughing at you.
She came back on the last game of the season, so I'm quite excited to see her play again for season. Claire Wheeler, obviously our Claire, absolutely love her. Our court, spoke to our court as well, and she's just as passionate about going to Goodison and making it a fortress. And yeah, I am going to be realistic and optimistic. I think we're going to finish. Well, I'd like to finish top 6. If I'm being a little bit delulu, which I think I probably am, I'd say top 3, but I don't think it's going to be top 3. I think.
Could you imagine if Everton stun everyone and come second? Could you imagine the head loss if?
I'd actually love that.
I mean, we'd love it.
I want this to happen more than anything.
I'd love that to happen for Arbry, our Lord, our Saviour, Arbry.
I would give my left bollock for that to happen. Specifically my left one, because I'm right-handed. But like,
I'm left-handed, so I'll give my left one.
You'll give your left bollock
because I'm left-handed. Yeah. No,
I somehow think you giving your left bollock might be something of a meaningless gift.
It's more of a metaphor.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, that's what I was going with.
No, I will. I mean, I would say I'd give up my ability to dye my hair, but I can't actually do that because I'm obsessed with being blonde now. I've been changed. No, I think realistically we might finish 5th. I want 4th at a stretch, but I just think with all our signings, moving to a new home, making it completely independent, I think we can do really well. I think we can slay it. But also a bit of just a little breakaway. Wharton Hall Park is being used for now home of Liverpool. Oh my God, United does 2-2. But Liverpool Feds are moving to Wharton Hall Park.
Yes, they are. Yes.
I think that's so amazing for them because where they played before wasn't that accessible, and it wasn't like. I mean, I went a couple of times to Jericho Lane, and it was a little bit far out. But Wharton Hall Park, I'm so glad that's still being used because that was our home for so many years. And again, that was a stadium that was just ours, so we're used to having our own like independent stadiums. But I'm just so excited for it. A derby at Anfield as well, which is so exciting.
Opening day.
I'm just so excited. I just do think this is a brand new era for Everton. Brand new signings, brand new home, brand new life, if you will. It's just gonna be.
Do you think they'll play a game at the Big Dick?
Yeah, they are. They've confirmed that they're going to play a game at the Big Dick. My dad says United, but I don't know how correct that is. I don't know if I trust Martin that much. He seems to think it's the United game, but I've also not read anything about it being United. I've just read that they're definitely planning a game at the Big Dick.
I'm just pleased that after swearing you'd never call it that, we've got you calling it the Big Dick.
I just call it the Dick normally, the Hill Dick. But I'm just so excited. This is the first time I think I've ever been excited about Everton, and that says a lot about my character.
Well, like you said, it takes investment, it takes belief. Oh, and there's a huge mop in the room. Oh no.
When I've got Live Laugh Arbry. He's
Live Love Arbry.
He's the best human in the world. Like, I absolutely adore that man to pieces. I think he's incredible. He's amazing. I love him so much, and I just want him to do well. I'm yearning for him to do well.
Just want him to do well. It's like his first match.
I know, he's brand new and he's been there for like 4 or 5 years.
I just want him to do really well for the inevitable of the podcast with who is Brian Sorensen and when did he
where's he come from?
He's just a lovely human, and I just really like him. I just want him to do so well, and
he looks incredibly happy in all of the preseason pictures. Like, he's so happy.
The whole feel around Everton is just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, we all want Everton to succeed.
The vibes on match day as well when I'm there, like, is amazing.
When you're there, everyone, I've arrived. I'm here. I brought the vibes.
You know, half the time I'm the only one there.
She walk in.
Half the time it's only me there, so I do get like all the best access, and like I do get one-on-ones with our bride. It's fantastic, and he's the sweetest man ever. And sometimes his daughter gate crashes, and that's also adorable because they make her feel like family as well. Like, I always say Everton's a family, and that is words that never have been true. Like, it is a family, and it is. Oh, I just love it so much, and I just hope we do well this season because we've put so much investment into it. We've put so much investment into our players, into the facilities, like getting Goodison Park as our home. I just want us to do well there, and more importantly, I want our bride to do well. So I just think he's the best human in the world, and I just love him so much.
Yeah, because of course, Goodison was going to be demolished, wasn't it? Well, then there was a plan to turn into flats, and then it was going to be demolished. But now the women's team are officially there. Now, it does say a couple of details then. So the average attendance has been about 2,062. At their current home at Walton Hall Park, and of course, yeah, that's it.
More.
And the capacity of Goodison, as it stands, was 39,572. So they're going to reconfigure the main stand's top balcony, the Upper Bullens Road stand, and the upper tier of the Howard Kendall Gladys Street end. Which is not going to be in use, but instead covered in Everton's women's team branding. The club had also offered season ticket holders last season to buy the seat that they had with their season ticket as a souvenir after the final men's game. The plan's still going to go ahead, so any seats that were bought are going to be replaced by the club in an area occupied by the supporters for the women's matches. So essentially, any seat bought anywhere else, they're going to make sure wherever the women's supporters are sitting that they have a seat, essentially, which is quite nice.
Great.
What you need for a format.
But if it's up in the top end of the Bullens Road or the top end of the Gladys Street end, they can just go, here you go. So
yeah.
Get rid of it.
You're under this banner. So that's what they're going to do. So they're going to cover the upper tiers in branding. and just make sure it's got a more intimate feel indeed. But again, there are no particular numbers on what this is now reduced to, which is quite annoying.
Believe me, I did try. When I did research properly.
Hey,
but yeah, I'm just excited. I just hope this is our year. And yeah, if I'm being Delulu, top 3. But realistically, I think we could come 5th. I think we do have the potential to be 5th.
And there's not much between 3rd and 5th. So there we go.
Right.
No, 4th.
There actually isn't, if we look at that table, there actually isn't a lot between. Arsenal were only 4 points behind United. Can I just add? Sorry for thinking the whole table was still equal.
And breathe. We're okay.
Just like living in the land of Delulu. Like
Arsenal were 12 points behind Chelsea, which was close. But...
Were they? I didn't know that.
Chloe didn't know that. Dear reader, Chloe didn't know that. Now, Paul, actually, let's bring one of our main news headlines from today. We'll bring it into our next club because we should be talking about Leicester City. Now, before we talk about Leicester, Paul, can you briefly give us an overview? And I'm saying briefly, because we had news from Burnley today that their manager has resigned. So can you briefly sum it up for us and then tell us why that links into Leicester City, please?
Well, Matt Beard, former Liverpool manager, joined, but the really short version is Matt Beard, former Liverpool manager, joined Burnley 2 months ago, signed a load of his former players for the 3rd tier and then buggered off.
Yeah, pretty much. That was really good.
And the rumour is that the reason he has buggered off is because Leicester want him, which is a bit awkward because as of 6 o'clock, as of the time that this was announced, and as of the time he resigned, Leicester still had a manager who was Amandine Mikel, who had only been there a year. But Amandine Mikel got sacked round about 5 o'clock this evening, or at least it was revealed round about 5 o'clock this evening. And it does not seem to be a happy camp at Leicester.
It doesn't, does it?
Because the Leicester player who I get on with, who people who have watched the podcast for a while can work out, but I'm not going to name drop. Basically, they've never steered me wrong before, and they were like, there were messages of we're going to get relegated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, we're shit. We're going to get relegated if we don't. If they're not serious.
I mean, looking at this, Leicester are the ones I'm really worried about this season.
I mean, they've just done nothing. Like, firstly, why would you give a manager an entire preseason and then decide you want to change them?
10 days before the start of the season. Like, why would you do that?
The players they've lost, Lena Peterman, who's one of their best strikers, Sari Takarada, who is a very useful midfielder, Sophie Howard, strong defender, Yuka Momiki, who we've spoken about for Everton, CJ Bott, defensive rock, Courtney Nevin, defensive rock, Deanne Rose, who played less than expected but was still useful.
Ooh, who has gone to Nottingham? That should say Nottingham, not a free agent.
Who has gone to the second tier, and Nottingham Forest, who are incidentally, and we'll talk about them next week, really going for it.
Oh, they're good.
But like the players they brought in, the backup goalie from Shamrock Rovers, a midfielder from the middle of League One, and Heather Payne, who, much as she was liked by
what you're about to say.
Much as she was liked by Chloe, has been judged expendable by Everton as they attempt to go up to the next tier.
I like Heather. I'm going to miss her.
It's just very... Yeah, they've made some very strange signings that don't quite... Well, they don't match who they've lost. Our window, maybe not one of them. But yeah, you would have thought by now, maybe a couple more at least.
I mean, at least one of those contract extensions was due to join Everton until it hit a snag by the rules. So,
Yes.
it's.
I mean, there's a lot of extensions there with some really important names that have extended. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem like it's a happy camp.
But the question is, how many of them want to be there?
Well,
and
yeah.
how many of them are there because the alternative is to drop down a tier, and they don't want to do it, which is perfect. Which is perfectly fair to them. Players want to play in the WSL.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, and if that opportunity is with Leicester, that's what they'll take. But yeah,
it's a strange old window.
And obviously with the men's club being in disarray as well at the moment, it's that sad theme that we always see. As soon as the men's club struggles,
the women's just kind of goes downhill.
The women's kind of goes downhill.
And I mean, if that's how they're going to treat Miguel, I mean, Dusky said that it feels like the sporting director just wanted his old boys club back. Because their new head of women's football was Villa's old head of women's football. The less I say about that, the better. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound great, does it? So realistically, do you think they might be the ones in trouble this season? Right at the bottom.
Yes, I mean, I didn't realize that Lee Billy had also had something of a murky past while he was working with Matt Beard at Boston Breakers as well.
See, I don't know much about the time at Boston.
According to an article, he wasn't actually charged with any offence. It should be made clear, but basically he's mentioned in court documents relating to ongoing legal proceedings against individuals who've pleaded guilty to visa fraud.
Oh God! Okay.
While he was general manager and head of football operations. So.
Oh.
So it's a little bit messy.
A little bit. Yeah. I feel sorry for the players. I really, really do, because so much of this is out of their control. And they've kind of just got to put up with it in a sense, haven't they? Because if there isn't a way out, like you mentioned earlier, so yeah, just the slightest bit sketchy.
But apart from that, yeah, basically it does seem a bit jobs for the boysy.
Which, I mean, how's that helping anyone in the women's game? Like, just it's not, is it? So yeah,
we like Matt Beard because we've spoken about how he seems to be a manager who genuinely cares for his players.
Yeah.
As how he spoke about Olivia Smith last season, of course.
Yes.
But
and he's so brutally honest in his press conferences as well. It's great.
He is. There'll be a lot of brutal honesty if he's Leicester manager this season.
Yes.
I genuinely fear for them, and I think that there could be an exodus in January of some of the key players.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. And just to kind of build on what Dusky's kind of said there, I mean, dropping Burnley 2 games in isn't exactly caring about the players. Yeah, I don't get why, if you're taking a job, because we were all surprised when he went to Burnley, weren't we? Because, WSL manager, WSL experience. But it very much feels like, he's gone to Burnley, he signed ex-Liverpool players that have gone there, we assume, to kind of be under his leadership once more. And then, 2 games in, after your pre-season, after, planning for the season, he's gone. So yeah, I don't like how it's been played out. Obviously, we don't have all of the details. We know he's on gardening leave, which is the most fantastic phrase ever.
Not actually doing gardening like I thought.
Well, potentially, because you know, it means, I don't know how it works if it's a different league, but potentially if he can't be football manager for three months. Apparently he supposedly quit Burnley because they wouldn't even let him speak to Leicester. Which is
allegedly. That's the article that came out, wasn't it? Leicester, he asked permission to talk to Leicester and they'd said no. So he went, right, I'm handing me resignation in then. Allegedly.
Again, is a bit, on the one hand, okay, everyone has a right to do it. On the other hand, you know, you why are you resigning from a club after 2 months after talking about the project? And 2 months after convincing a lot of ex-WSL players. 2 months after convincing a lot of ex-WSL players to drop 2 leagues.
To go with you,
You know, Yana Daniels and Jasmine Matthews, they were fairly regular WSL players last season.
No, they were indeed. And yeah, I just think if you've made a commitment, you've made that choice, you stay with it, you know, at least till January. Like if things got really bad, then, you know, at least, you know, see part of your plan through. And it just feels very selfish, annoyingly. Again, just from the details we've got, I don't like how it's been done, and I feel really sorry for Burnley and the team, because this was going to be the season, wasn't it? We all talked about it. This is the season they're going to push for promotion. This is the season they're going to do it. They've got all these names. They've got Matt Beard. You know, they're going to push, and it's all
men's team, so the money's coming in from there.
Yeah, and you just think, hopefully, you know, what they're going to do is bounce back and show them, okay, well, we didn't need him. That's fine. And just keep on going. But yeah, I mean, 2 matches to drop your team isn't right at all. So overall, Leicester not in people's good books at the minute, and quite worried about the state of their upcoming season. Right then, let's keep going. Chloe, coming back to you. The other side of Merseyside, we're going to talk about the red side. Paul, did you know there's a new manager for this one?
Wow. Wow. Hold on a sec. Let me just... What's that knife doing there?
I just had to. For regular watchers of the podcast, you will know what that was all about. If not, don't you worry. Keep watching, and I'm sure we'll keep coming back to it.
I don't know what Gareth Taylor does, apparently, even when he gets sacked. So. Gareth Taylor is a myth to me. Gareth Taylor is like the back rooms of football management. You just kind of...
And this week, Manchester City have announced that Gareth Taylor is departing. What?
Has he?
Has he?
Incredible scenes.
Oh, which we love, but yes.
There's been a manager sacking in the WSL, but who for, Paul?
Who for, is it? Don't know. But yes, sorry, Chloe. But yeah, Chloe, only a couple of transfers in, a lot out. In fact, all of them apart from Nifahi we've already mentioned. But yeah, lots of solid contract extensions as well. So yeah, again, Liverpool, how do you think they're going to do this season? And are you impressed with their window?
Do you know what? I am impressed with their window. I made just a fun little sidetrack story. So I interviewed Sophie Roman Haag. I'll pick that name up in a minute that I dropped. And I wrote down all the signings, and I made a really big balls up when I mentioned all the signings, because I was talking to her and then I was like, oh, you know, you've got Kirsty McLean, you've got Sam Kerr and Lily Woodham, how are they all settling in? And she was like, well, Lily's not joined us yet, she's at the Euros. And I was like, I wanted the ground to swallow me, because I was just literally listing the names off and I was like, oh my god, I've generally just done that, haven't I? I completely forgot she was at the Euros for some reason, and I felt so embarrassed. I was like, Yeah, but Sam Kerr's there, isn't she? Can you tell me how?
Oh, at least you got it right that Lily Woodham had gone to their club, and you hadn't, said someone else. So it's fine.
I felt so embarrassed. And this was Sophie Roman Hogg, like she's amazing. And now I told Lily Woodham's getting on in pre-season, and she's not there. And I was like,
But hey, did you answer? How's she getting on? Don't know. She's not here. Lovely.
No, she researched. It was a moment where I was like,
mind.
Also, Gareth Taylor hadn't been announced as manager, so I didn't even get to ask about that. Lovely woman, though. Really like Sophie. I hope she has a good season this year because she was injured for a lot of last season. So really hope. But no, I've been quite impressed with this window. I mean, obviously Sam Kerr, not that one. The one from Bayern, George Stanway's lookalike, if you will. Yes. She's great. Like, I really enjoy, I think she's going to fit in really well. Kirsty, I think she's going to do well. Rafaela, I think she's going to do well. Tegan Micah, I quite liked watching her. I thought she was quite good. So a little bit gutted that she's gone. Obviously, Hines and Smith have gone to Arsenal. We're still going to get to see them. It's all going to be fine. We've got some good contract extensions as well. We've got Kerry Holland, Fuka, Mia Enderby's good, Jem Bon, Rachel Laws, Leanne Kernan, love her in a hat. No, we only finished a point ahead of. No, Liverpool only finished a point ahead of us last season, which I'm still bitter about. So hopefully
there wasn't much in it.
There actually wasn't. It was literally a point. It was so different than a point. No, it's fine. It's fine. What else have I written down about Liverpool?
When you say it's fine, when they ask you, are you okay, and you say I'm fine, but you're not really fine, and you have to pretend you're fine.
It's what Ross does in Friends. I'm fine.
That was an early 2000s meme, that one.
No,
that's from the beginning of the internet.
Beginning of the internet.
Positive though, might finally get the Sam Kerr derby. Yeah.
Oh, wait for that. That's gonna be a great day. Gareth Taylor as manager. I'm not that excited about it, to be honest, because I wanted Amber to stay.
That's the thing, yeah.
I can't speak for. I don't know if she wanted it or not, but I really liked Amber. I thought she was really cool for a start. And like when I interviewed her, I mean, again, I'll pick up all the names that I'm dropping because I just like flexing that I'm a journalist, guys.
Can I just say we're referring to Gareth Taylor as just the DILF from now on. Apparently.
Oh my god! I can't.
He looks like if you put a red hat on his head, he'd look like one of those pencils with the razor on the top.
I'm going to die.
Oh God! Please in the chat, talk about something else. Anything, please.
Can you delete that comment? Like, can you? If you have the power to delete comments, can you do it? Because I don't think I can look at it. I can't.
Yeah, he's having sex with beige. Like, honestly.
No, just no. Anything else? Literally anything else.
Okay, so being real for a moment and being putting all personal opinions aside, Gareth Taylor's stats are quite impressive. He has
6'1", 8 inches.
Stop it! I'm being a grown up.
That's what they're talking about. I thought that's what we're talking about, isn't it?
No. I can mute.
Even Nancy's yelling at me now. She's making her first appearance of the new season.
Yeah, Nancy, you tell him off. Oh, grim.
Yeah, so crying.
It brings here at the Joy Stadium into new light, doesn't it?
Oh no, because Jade Rose has done that.
They have kept that going in the comments. Anything here at the Joy Stadium. So it wasn't just a Gareth thing. No,
what impressive stats, by the way. Yes, Tony. That's the impressive stats of having Leicester City's roster and failing to win things with it.
Okay.
He hasn't won shit in years apart from the hearts of women's football Twitter, and that can't be underestimated, Tony.
No. Oh.
Number three in the league table, number 1 in our hearts. This is going to be a year.
This is going to be awful. So Chloe, you didn't So we know what he tried to do at City. Do you think he will be more successful at Liverpool?
Would like to.
Pre-season again. I know we don't think about pre-season, but pre-season hasn't been great.
Yeah, I mean they drew 2-2 with Liverpool. They are Liverpool, Man United.
Liverpool.
Liverpool drew with Liverpool. No, I was trying to find the stats I was on about because I've lost them. They drew with. Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Nor the Grimsby or Man United, apparently.
So distracted by.
It's all right. We're getting distracted by this. Grimsby Man United penalty shootout was 9-9 after 10 penalties each.
But remember, everyone's crap at penalties.
I was going to say, just someone missed 10-10. Oh God. Okay.
I've been so distracted by him being called a dilf. I don't know what to do.
That means that's amazing because if it's 10-0, that means Andre Onana can fuck up at both ends in the same game because he can concede the goal and miss the penalty. Oh bollocks!
It's time.
Right, what I was about to say was that putting all personal feelings about Gareth Taylor aside,
But can you? Because he's so dreamy.
Right.
That's a reaction clip.
When he was in charge of City, they won the FA Cup, they won the League Cup, they were runners up. He has got like a 74% win rate as well. So they're my stats, guys. So as a manager, it's good, it's decent. And personally, I'm not a big fan of him just because I feel like there's always been something a bit dodged. This is going way back when in 2022, when not 2022, like 2020, 2021, when Keir Walsh left, Caroline Weir left, Lucy Bronze left, and he did nothing to replace them. That's how far this beef goes. It's not beef. It's actually one-sided. But that's how far this goes back. I wanted Amber personally because I thought she was really cool. She was very honest in press conferences, which we love a manager to be. I thought she brought out this new life, this new fire in Liverpool that they didn't have. And I liked her. I thought she was really good. Whether she wanted the job or she didn't, we don't know. She's still going to be part of Gareth's coaching staff and behind the scenes, but I liked her. I wanted her to have the permanent job. I wanted her to be like Renee, where she takes it on permanently.
Yeah.
And I liked her. I wanted her to stay. But Gareth Taylor, he's got good stats. He has got a good record. I am just personally not a massive fan of his and that type thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously pre-season has been kind of hit and miss for him. They drew with Manchester United, and I think they also have one on Sunday. Yeah, Saturday. They have a game on Saturday as well.
Yeah, they've got one more. Lost to Villa. That was quite fun. Yeah, it's hit and miss. Grimsby have won 12-11 on penalties. 12-11. That's a ridiculous number, isn't it?
There was lightning in the stadium as well. Like that's quite dangerous.
See, this is the storm that knocked my electricity off. So there we go. So yeah. Oh yeah, because Grimsby's down the road from me. Because I'm in Lincoln. Right, there we go.
Well then,
lightning.
Freya realises that she's in Lincolnshire and so is Grimsby. Like,
you know what? I can't. I'm going to tell you a little fun fact about my life. When one of my ex's parents, when I met them, I said I was from the northeast, and she went, "Oh, is Grimsby nice?" And that's never left me because that's really not the northeast. So in my head, it isn't Lincolnshire. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I think
Grimsby also has one of the smallest ice rinks in the UK.
Oh,
They can't play adult hockey on there because there's not enough room to fit 12 adults.
that's fantastic.
Genuinely, safely, they can only play league games up to about under 16 because if they try and play adult league hockey, the games are too fast.
Not enough room.
One of my friends is from Lincoln because we've spoke about this at Freya spoke one of my other friends' parties that one of my friends is from Lincoln.
Was that it?
No,
was that it? Okay.
Yeah, just
that was the fact.
One of my friends from Lincoln.
Oh, that's nice.
I have another fact. Ants can survive in a microwave if you find that one interesting.
Ants can what in a microwave?
Survive. If you microwave an ant, it'll survive because it's too small to feel the radiations.
The radiations. Oh.
The
radiation of a microwave. Microwave don't try to help.
I won't be trying it, but I'll take your word.
I mean,
Freya's teacher brain just heard the radiations and kind of blue screened. Like,
I got this back from Jordan Nobbs, so I can't take
the dial-up noise. So, Chloe,
what is Jordan Nobbs talking about microwaving ants?
I know, it was on like a video when Arsenal were travelling away and she was on the bus and she was just reading a book of fun facts and it just said that ants can survive in the microwave.
To be fair, I'm not surprised she's joined Newcastle. You know, microwaving ants, kicking ants off journalists. It's a slippery.
It's just in a book of facts. She sat next to Leah and Leah was playing the guitar and it was a weird video. I don't really know when it's from, but it was when she was at Arsenal. Leah Williams was playing the guitar and
Did you dream it? Or was it an actual video?
What? No, do you know what?
You know the best thing about this, people in the chat? I've still got to talk about London City. You think this is random?
Yes. Anyway.
I found the video and send it you. It's quite interesting. Jen Beattie was there as well, just so you know.
This wasn't me.
You were there, and
I remember I was on a bus with Leah Williamson and Jordan Nobbs talking about microwaving ants, and Jen Beattie was there.
I'll find the video and send it.
And there was a knight on a white horse, flying in an aeroplane. Now, yeah. So, last question about Liverpool. Then, where do you think they're going to finish?
11th. No. No. Being genuinely realistic. Below us. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Okay.
I want to say 7th again.
You want to say 7th?
I think I want to say, yeah, I'm going to go 7th. I don't know.
I'm going to say 7th.
It's below us.
Right, okay.
I remember when I said Liverpool were one striker from breaking into the top 3, and I remember that because there was a certain genre of women's football. There's a certain genre of women's football fan who loves to remind me I said it.
No, it's all gone chaotic, hasn't it? It's all gone chaotic indeed. Right then, let's have a look. Hey, let's introduce some more chaos, shall we? Because we heard more news today that London City Lionesses have added another 2 names to their roster, making them the 12th and 13th signing in this window. And like I said, everyone, don't worry about reading the writing, because this is what London City's window looks like so far. Because so far, because apparently probably another 20 are going to come in. But as we can see, Paul, a lot of people, I mean, everyone's had a joke about it at some point, but essentially saying, they've got rid of most of the players that have got them to this point, and Michelle Kang is using her money to essentially buy a whole new squad. So what do you make of this window? Is it actually practical? Can all of these players actually come together in time to make as much of an impact on the WSL as everyone is expecting them to? Because people are expecting them to challenge Chelsea straight away, aren't they? But yeah, what do you make of this?
I think Michelle Kang's transfer thing is like, that old joke about you can have men happy for hours by just putting them in a pub and telling them to start name random football players.
Yeah.
That's London City's transfer process. Just like with WSL players, just like or players who played at the Euros. Like, do you remember Katie Denham? She was quite good. Where's she playing now? Well, let's go and sign her. Like,
yeah, it feels very disjointed, doesn't it? Because if you look again, we're gonna squint for this one. If you look at some of those names, you've got your Danielle van der Donk coming in. You've got your Nikita Paris, Elena Linari as well coming in from Roma. Yana Fernandez from Barcelona. You've got your Katie Zellens and your Alana Kennedy's coming back in. People know those names, don't they? So do you think a part of that is trying to attract more attention? Or is it they're looking for a mix of youth and experience? Because have got some really good youngsters in there as well, haven't they? So what do you think? Is there rhyme or reason?
I just think it's what happens when you let someone of a mid-tier women's football club loose in a shop with unlimited budget. Because they know they can't seriously go and attract Fridolina Rolford, say. Although a better phone call made. But anyone below that very top tier, you can go to the should we have them? Should we have them? It's just that bit where you used to walk into Woolworths pick and mix and pick all the sweets out and just decide, I fancy one of those today.
Yeah, well, one of them. Yeah.
I mean, the names they've let go. Grace Neville is an original. Shen Meng-yu only joined after a year. Charlie Millon joined last year. Miljana Ivanovic joined last year and just disappeared. Hermione Cole's been there a while and just disappeared. Danielle Carter joined last year and then disappeared again. So was Connie Schofield, Emma McCandy, Megan Campbell. Chantal Boyd-Hawker scored 14 goals for them, but apparently,
I'm still so angry about that. Like, she did. So, I mean, obviously the team did tremendously well, but especially Shani, and then she's like, oh, it does get a chance to.
Elena Linari is a good signing, but do you get is that the best that Elena Linari could have done, or did London City just happen to get in there first? And Linari thought, I'll have a few quid. It's London. It's one of the best cities in the world because they haven't told it from me yet.
That's why I'm laughing at Tony's comment in the chat about playing a brand.
The lashes, because that's funny.
No, this one.
No, I was after the one above. Best friend Alana Kennedy and the one with the lashes.
It is
so funny.
She is. I mean, she's also got a good face of makeup on, Katie Zellum, hasn't she? So yeah. So
they've also decided to use the logic of some 15-year-old chav in their bedroom trying to make a dance track because no matter what else you do, put a donk on it. Like, just
put donk on it. Electro. Sorry.
Techno, put a donk on it. Defense, put a Van der Donk on it. Midfield. Oh, that's good, that. Put a Van der Donk on it. What if, right?
Well, I got the chorus that I do my bit.
Wait.
Anyone just know what we're talking about?
All the hottest cultural references from 2017 as well.
Hey, we're here. Chloe's just like, oh, what are these two talking about? Yes, Tony.
Yes, because we're that age.
I was 5.
We're all that age. Bromley, put a donk on it. Anfield, put a donk on it.
You're gonna need to at this rate.
Put a donk on it.
But it's
put a donk on it. Oh, that's good, that. Just all the stadiums.
Dun. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because on one hand, you've got she's investing in the women's game. She's just putting so much money into this because although, we haven't got any figures, we can only speculate. We're saying allegedly to all this. You can guarantee there's some pretty big numbers out there to get all of these people in because Yes, Van der Donk came from Lyon, or Lionesses, as they're now called. And, sister clubs, so maybe there was some, incentive there. But, you've got Issa Cardinal coming from Ajax.
Well thought of. Tia Gold is well thought of.
Yeah. Freya Godfrey as well. That's really good signing. So in and amongst all of these names that people are going to go, oh, I'll go and watch them, which is, you can imagine what they were doing. They've got some really good signings there.
Signing Sally Francie is they thought they were just signing the France team.
All of you, yes, for one fee. Let's go.
The vibes are off.
The vibes are very strange indeed.
And coincidentally, Chris, so solid crew, the average London City Lionesses player stays at the club for about 21 seconds. So, it's... we've got all those UK garage references, which, and again, a UK garage is coincidentally the clubhouse at Bromley.
Bromley. But, we were even talking, last night when there was the rumour of Katie Zelman and Lana Kennedy. We were like, why are they going to swap California for Bromley? Like, what is the attraction there? And interestingly, and I don't know if it's just me, and again, this is personally, this is not reflecting any views of anyone, like every signing video that the players have made, it's very much, we're excited about, the potential of the club, and that's an independent club. They're all saying the same thing. There's nothing individual about it. And I know there's only so much that you can say about signing for a new club, and everyone's excited and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it just all feels a bit, no one really knows why they're there. And it just...
footballers. They just don't want a payday. And you can't blame them for it.
No, not at all.
If you look at the signings, it's not good enough for Arsenal or Lyon. If you look at the signings, it's not good enough anymore for Lyon. Not good enough anymore for the Spanish league and wanting a few quid because you probably won't get a top tier WSL team. Young player wanting a few quid. Not good enough for Arsenal. A goalie who fancies a few quid. Not good enough for Arsenal. Possibly thinks she might be better off or get closer to first team. Not good enough for Brighton. One last payday. Not good enough for Real Madrid. Leaving Barcelona. One last payday. One last payday.
It's again, I'm interested to see how this plays out because you've got so many new signings. You've got, just over a week. How's everyone going to fit together? I know they're professionals. I know they'll have done this, a million times through their career. But at the end of the day, it's a lot to ask from them, isn't it? To be able to seamlessly come together and to play Arsenal opening weekend at the Emirates and be able to perform essentially to the.
I don't know whether I want. I don't know which outcome I want more. I don't know whether I want Arsenal to thump them, so it's a proper welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah.
I want London City to somehow beat Arsenal for the absolute meltdown it will cause.
I can't decide if I want it to be a really frustrating 0-0 or a complete ding-dong of 5-4 with the last-minute winner going in. Because, hey, they're there to cause an upset, essentially, aren't they? There's that much money coming.
I can see London City sitting 11th.
11th, okay.
If winning the relegation playoff will be considered a successful season for London City in front of their 12 actual fans. Because, and speaking with this, it's a shame Nessie isn't actually in the chat at the moment, but apparently Kang coming in has basically sucked the soul out of the club, such as it was. It was always...
Still trying to build, aren't they?
it was always a millionaire's plaything because, like, the previous owners, it was basically a crypto millionaire's wife who was involved with Millwall, and then they split up. The Millwall women split away from Millwall Football Club, and so they were taken over by the crypto millionaire's wife, rebranded as London City, and let's be all independent and everything.
Yeah.
It's just a soulless flat pack football club full of soulless flat pack players who are there for the money.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for them to expand and have that club identity when really no one's really sold on what.
No one really gives enough of a shit about them. Brutally put, like in the wider.
It's true because they don't have that history in a sense, do they? Chloe, for you, why do you think that Michelle Kang's gone after these players? Is it just because they've got the majority of a bit of a reputation, a bit of a name that's going to draw people in, or what would you think?
I think a little bit of both. I think it is a name because obviously these are all very recognizable names within football. Like, Danielle van der Donk, best name in football, but also she's a legend. Katie Zellum, Alana Kennedy. I'm actually really excited about seeing Alana Kennedy back in WSL, can't lie. I really like her. But also I think, to be fair, I think London City are going to be quite dangerous with all these signings. Like, I think they will be challenging for the top. Like, I'm kind of here for it because I think I don't know. It's just, there's so many names, but it feels like they're forcing out the squad that actually got them the promotion in the first place, which seems really odd. And like they're building an entirely new team. So
yeah, it's unrecognizable, isn't it, from last season?
So on one hand, I think it's good, and I'm kind of here for it, thinking it's going to be like they're going to be challenging, and I'm quite here for the entire squad. But on the other hand, I think I'm a little bit like, she's just flexing that, she owns it, she's got money, she's just showing off now. But yeah, I don't know. I think it could go either way. I think it could go really well for them, or they could end up suffering.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I suppose in one way they are mysterious. They are an enigma because this team didn't exist last season in its current form. So yeah, they've got the potential to cause some upset, haven't they? But we shall see. Tony, however, is giving us good news that this can actually work out. He said, we've got an example in the Swedish leagues of a newly promoted side that are now sitting second because they spent big, and that one is Malmö. Richest club in Swedish football overall.
I would counter that by saying Malmö, they're the richest club in Swedish football, and also they actually have the history of being Malmö, who have identity, and they have a huge history. They previously had a women's side, which they then lost and then reformed. And that's so they're there. They've got the history behind them, whereas London City play in a field in Kent.
And Paul, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to answer this question. Okay. In all seriousness, with all this money that's been going in, at any point, do you think it's getting close to the time where the FA need to say, right, we need to put a ceiling on this at least? Or is it more of a case of, well, she's willing to put the money in, so why can't she spend it? So 2 minutes, go.
There needs to be PSR in women's football because there isn't at the moment. There is no sustainability regulations. There is no anything. I would go so far as to say there needs to be a cap on spending in the women's game, and that can be, that can be percentage of team revenue, which it perhaps already is. It can be a set level of spending, which is comparable with, or you do it both ways. You'd have a lower level of spending and say, right, teams have to invest this much to be in the WSL.
Yes.
And have a lower standard. But you then turn around and say, but they can't, and because women's football is going the way of the men's game, and it's going the way of the men's game a lot quicker. And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And the soft cap,
soft cap exists, but maybe not enforced.
They need to tighten up. She doesn't want to, but yeah, there needs to be some sort of, you can't spend wages that you can't obviously take place and just have a big. Because the thing that annoys me as well is how often it's presented as, oh, look at London City, they're really disrupting things. The underdog. They're an independent football club mixing it with the big clubs. Yes, and all they needed was a billionaire owner with 7 other football clubs, including one of the most successful women's football clubs in history.
Yeah, well, we spoke to Carrie Dunn, didn't we, the other week? And she said, well, how are you defining independent? Because, there are many independent clubs in the league. And not all of them are looking enough to be backed by a millionaire owner.
I think allowing Michelle Kang to run riot will be a poison chalice, and I think, as Carrie Dunn hinted at when we spoke to her, you could have listened to her talking for hours. And go and find that interview and watch it if you haven't already, because it's amazing.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Just listen. Nothing to do with me and Freya. Me and Freya just ask the questions, and Carrie just talks, and just listening to her talk.
And Carrie was incredible. Yeah, absolutely.
It's an amazing interview. But I think she, like you say, she expressed. I wanted to ask her that question that we did, and I think if someone like her is saying we have to be careful with people like Michelle Kang because investment is great, but it needs to be done in the right way, and this isn't. And London City,
and he's regulated, yeah.
And London City are disruptive in a bad way, and the club have no identity. And I don't think there's been that. Women's football is so desperate for feel-good stories and to be positive that I don't think anyone has actually looked at it and gone, yeah, but this club doesn't actually have anything behind it. It doesn't have any fans. It doesn't have a history. It doesn't have an identity. And there is Nessie. There is art. There is.
There we go.
Nessie.
Evening, Nessie. Evening indeed.
Hopefully, we're not driving you to paroxysms of anger by saying that the clubs that you support is problematic.
No, Nessie, we're just talking about London City and their millionth signing of the window. But yeah, I'm very intrigued as to how this season's going to go, because I think a lot of people have said they're going to be disruptors, they're going to be challenging for those top spots, and it's the reality of but what can they actually do? Let's talk realistically with who they've brought in, the team that they've got. What can they actually do? I think they might. I don't think they're going to put down.
They're going to do the thing where they are going to challenge the top spot. There's no jeopardy for them, because they know, if we started badly, right, it's okay. Michelle will get a checkbook out in January.
Yeah, we'll buy some more people. Yeah, I don't think they'll go down. I don't think they'll get relegated. But I wouldn't say they're going to be top half. Happy to be proven wrong.
I don't think they'll be very popular.
No,
I think the luster of them will wear off very, very quickly as people realise that a billionaire doesn't throw money at anything without expecting stuff in return, whether it be, I want my club to play at the big stadiums of everybody else, even though I play at the field.
Making demands. Yeah, I think that they're better. And of course, having their face front and centre of the promotion pictures. So yes, it's certainly going to be very interesting to see how they start.
Look at what Lyon fans think of what she's done at Lyon, and ask yourself, do you really want that happening at the club?
Yeah, do we want that in the WSL? Oh, see, this is why we love having Nessie in the chat. So they're aiming for 4th or 5th. That is very high. Martin Simmons was appointed CEO. Yeah. Means I read that as MK Dons there. I was like, why are they in this competition? Franklin's going to shed load and then sign off operational control. Gives the pathway open for Champions League. Oh, I mean, you can't deny Kang's clever, can you? She's a millionaire for a reason. But yeah, it'll be. Well, we were talking about it in the Villa chat as well. We're like, well, what about if London City and Lyon both get Champions League? Is that not a conflict of interest? That's how.
Yes,
how
but not
work?
technically. As long as they're seen not to break the rules, like Nessie says.
Yes. Well, that's who's looking then, isn't it? As to who's going on. Yeah, Matt's in there. MK Dons are just as soulless. Yes, absolutely. Oh god,
IKEA FC.
Back. I'm just going to turn my. I don't know. There's a really big moth in the room, so if I suddenly run away,
is it a moth or is it a Michelle Kang drone?
Well, it's quite big. It might be the drone.
Oh my god, I've got loads of moths at the minute. Is it like the heat or what is it? Like
this one is like.
Have they appeared since we started talking about London City?
Hang on.
No, we've just got loads of little ones in the house, but like, where have they all spawned from?
No,
Freya's now being dive bombed by the Leicester spotted dive bombed.
Ah! I love that I turned my video off. Genuinely, guys, I might have to.
Oh my god, where's Georgie when you need her? Georgie!
Georgie, save me!
Georgie doesn't want you.
I don't even know how to get rid of.
No, but can you keep the camera on just so we can see?
Moving on to Manchester City.
Yeah, moving on to Manchester City. Right, it's gone back to the window. Okay. Whew. I'm alive. It's okay. I've turned the lamp off behind us, so it's not attracted to that light. So if we see something circling,
is it a moth wearing a Newcastle shirt?
That would be less terrifying. Just saying. So hopefully it stays over there. If not, I will run away to a different room. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Whew. Manchester City. Hey, let's do this quickly so then I can run away from the moth. So
if it was a moth wearing a Newcastle shirt, then now it would have gone away.
It needs to go away. So yes. Man City then. So they've got another new manager. Unfortunately, his head is hidden by our logo. I do apologise, Andre.
God, imagine how terrifying that would be. Jesus. Have you seen that on the bench?
Welcome, everyone, to the Absolute Football Podcast, to the new manager of Man City. So
yes. It's still less terrifying than Mark Skinner.
Hey, we mentioned him. Right. So going out then, I don't think Laia Alexandri, no offense to her, I don't think she's going to be that much of a miss. So that's, fine. And there's also
a name every time with joy.
Oh, well, exactly. Yeah. Who we're going to get mad at now. But they've brought in Jade Rose in defence, a young Canadian international. So I'm quite happy with that one. Jill Road, I think she was quite a shock one. No one expected her to leave, really. She's gone back to FC20, where she first started. And, of course, Chloe Kelly, who wasn't being played anyway, has made the move to Arsenal. Ayama has been confirmed to go to Rosengard, as we were talking about in the chat there earlier, Tony.
They're taking the wing to Rosengard. Sorry. There you go.
They're taking Ayama to Rosengard. Yeah. Go.
Move up today.
So yes, but it's the transfers in that are really exciting. And again, if you watch us through the Euros, we talked about Aman Benet so much, such an incredible young talent from Switzerland, and has made the move to rainy Manchester. That third kit, by the way, of the rainy Manchester day, god awful, absolutely awful. But yes, they've also signed Eartha Cummings from Rosengard. Goalkeeper, again, they've got 4 or 5 goalkeepers now. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be incredible competition in that place.
Being decent at Charlton and not much else either coming.
So yeah, that's it. Again, I didn't expect that one, but gonna be interesting. And again, through the Euros, if Danny was here, he'd be talking about Benet as well, wouldn't he? Lauren Weinreuther was kind of, we all kind of expected her to sign permanently from Arsenal. Again, shoring up that defence now that Alexandri's gone. And it's really good for her to have that opportunity to get back on her feet after her ACL. Because, again, she wasn't getting that time at Arsenal, so that makes sense. But the big name on that list, of course, is Sydney Lorman, coming from Bayern Munich. Now, she has spent all of her footballing career, senior footballing career, nearly 10 years with Bayern Munich. She's won the Frauen Bundesliga 4 times, and if any player is going to try and get them back into those top spots again, I think it's going to be Sydney Lorman. Paul, were you expecting... Well, I can't remember if there were any rumours about Lorman before she signed.
No, it just kind of...
No, that kind of came out of the blue, didn't it?
They really did just kind of appear and come back out of the blue.
No, and it's really, really impressive.
It was announced by the Man City club shop.
Yes. Yes, when they put it on accidentally as an option to personalise your shirt. So well done to them. Yeah. So only a couple of signings in there. And only one contract extension. Yes, for Laura Coombs, who we know is a fantastic asset to the team. But yeah, apart from that, not much has been going on for City. So I think with a new manager, again, we get a bit of a new manager bounce, don't we? There are some concerns because of how Jeglerts did. For those who may not know, he was the head coach of the Danish women's national team, and we saw how that went at the Euros. So yeah, some people have said he plays quite boring football. And, he has to be, in possession of the ball, and it has to be a certain way, rather than letting his players shine. Whereas his extract, his quote, from an extract on the City website in his interview said, "Fans can expect an adventurous, possession-based style of play with a major emphasis also placed on helping individuals fulfill their potential." So he's describing, and if he keeps to his word, yeah. So, I mean, if he is, going to be this creative, adventurous base manager, he's got the creative players to do it, hasn't he? With your Mead Mars and your Brunny Shaws and your Lauren Hemp. So I think, they can't do any worse. I know earlier in the chat we were saying, well, what's Gareth Taylor done in the last couple of years? So maybe this is City's chance to really, really go for it. I think they'll be up in top 4 again, probably 3rd. I've got a funny feeling maybe 3rd. But hopefully they'll get back in those Champions League spots as well. Because it was only close last season, Chloe. It was only close. It was only by a point. Only by a point between them.
Was it?
It was funny enough. Now, another club that I've had a very sparse window is a club we're going to talk about next. But before we move on slightly, Tony's defending Jeglerts. He didn't have the player material with Denmark to play the type of football he likes. Okay. Hey, I'm just repeating what I've read. Just repeating what I've but thank you for that, Tony. Thank you for that. Because Chloe, moving over to the red side of Manchester, there's not much going on there, really. 2 in, 2 out, couple on loan, and Paul's favourite person in the world, Rachel Williams, getting another contract extension. So, obviously, we talked about them playing in the Champions League qualifiers today, and they won. But yeah, were you expecting a bit more from United? Chloe's popular.
Sorry, it's not my mum. My mum's asking she's asking if I'm okay, because she's obviously abandoned me to go on holiday. And I'm like, yes, I'm fine, Mum. Sorry, what were you saying?
So even though they've had a very good start to their Champions League campaign, did you expect a bit more from them this window? Because their fans were calling for a lot of, additions to their squad depth for how many competitions they're in, and yet they've got two very good players, but
sorry, it's my mum.
Do not disturb them.
I've turned it off now.
Yelling in my ear as well because chaos. So
I've turned it off now.
Yeah, Chloe, just tell us about Man United. What do you think?
So United. Can I just also say, Kira Barry, I'm quite excited about. Because I worked with her when I worked for Derby Women, like way back when. I like her. I think she's quite good. I'd like to see her play more. That being said, sorry, who? What?
Yeah, I still don't understand. I don't understand.
I think that's good. I'm quite excited about that signing. I get excited about everything. I'm like a Labrador. Everything just excites me. Golden Labrador, might I add. Hello, blonde. We'll not stop going on about it. No, sunny Barcelona to rainy Manchester, but beautiful. Yeah, to be fair, I would have thought they'd do more business, particularly because they are gunning for Champions League. They are in the qualifications now. They'll also be playing in like there's 3 or 2 League Cups. Because there's the Sub Cup and then the League. It's just 2 in it. Oh, I've got no clue.
It's Sub Cup and the FA Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 cups.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. They're also playing in 2 cups as well as the WSL. They will be gunning for everything. So I thought they would have done a bit more business, particularly with a lot of injuries as well. Like they've also suffered quite badly with injury and mental fatigue and everything like that. And you see how thin they are when those players do get injured. So I'm a little bit concerned on that level that they haven't made more signings. I would have liked to have kept Emma Watson. I know she's gone back out on loan to Crystal Palace, but I would have liked to have kept her at Everton because I quite like her. But Eva Mannion now is a surprise one. I know she did get injured a lot, but I'm quite surprised they let her go because when she did play, I thought she was so good. What else have I got in my notes? Let me see. Last season, to be fair, they won 7 games in a row and were second at one point, but then they didn't win the final 4 matches, so that was tough. They were 4 points behind Arsenal. 4.
It was close. 4
points behind second. So yeah, no, that one right.
That's a winning draw.
Thanks, what I'm here for. And yeah, I've just been expecting more from them because they always talk the talk, but they can't seem to walk the walk. They make all these big points and like, oh yeah, we do this, we do that, but then they never act on it. It's like, just do something. Do something. Make the signings. Make the noise. Like Lee Sport is a good ground, but they're losing the fan base at the moment because they are not doing anything. I think the same happened last season, didn't it? Where they lost quite well. I mean, they haven't lost as many this time as they did last time, but they lost some players and they didn't sign them again. Yeah, I don't know. Safi, I'm quite excited.
When on a Badger left, and there was a quite a big exodus, wasn't there? Yeah, because there's been a lot of talk about the market in the game, and I suppose talking about Michelle Kang and loads of money. If there's someone willing to spend that, then clubs are going to be thinking, well, actually, I valued her at 100 grand, but actually, if I get 150, 200 out of that player, they're going to start thinking that, there's more money to be had. And there was that rumor, wasn't there, the other day that United were going out for Hoffman. Giovanna Hoffman?
Giovanna Hoffman, yeah.
Yeah. And apparently they couldn't, meet in the middle and come to terms with what's going to be, a good deal because the market just wasn't where they thought. And apparently for United, the market is more expensive than they thought.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's been all these rumours about them signing people. Like, I've read a couple where it's been like, oh, United hope to sign this player, United hope to sign this player, but then they haven't. And it's like, well, you're going to need someone because if, like, God forbid somebody does get injured. Like we saw the gap that was left last year when Eltoon was injured, which didn't go so well. Like I just don't get it. I just don't understand why they're not making. I mean, how can we make all these moves, but United can't? I mean, sorry, Everton signing people is still an absolute to me. Yeah, boy, we're popular. We're winning the league, boys. We're winning the league, boys. Yeah, no, great. I'm excited. No, but United, I just don't understand them. That being said, I do quite enjoy talking to Mark Skinner because it's just so much fun. I'll start dropping names at some point. I will. Freya, feel free to join in and drop some names because it is fun.
I wouldn't dare, darling. I don't. Just
everyone drop their names. It's great.
I don't interview and tell. No. Yeah, it's a strange one because it just shows you the state of the market. It's the state of the game. It shows you again which clubs are willing to put in that bit of extra investment, which clubs aren't.
But also, it's like it's not even a investment thing. But one of United's games, it's against Arsenal at Leigh Sport. It kicks off at 2:50. Like, what time? I thought that was a mistake when I first read it. I was like, what do you mean 2:50? But it's an actual game. Like, that time's not going to help anyone. And even, I know we speak a lot about it and criticise the league a lot as well, but some of these kickoff times are not it. Like 7 o'clock on a Friday night, 12 o'clock on a Sunday. Like, I know we complained about the 6:30 on a Sunday night, but now we're complaining about the 12 o'clock on a Sunday because transport on a Sunday is virtually non-existent.
Yeah, Sunday morning trains.
Trains on Sunday are non-existent. The earliest one I can get to like, because I'm hopefully gonna be at the Everton's first game at Anfield. If I'm doing press for that game, I'm gonna have to be there for 10. We've got to be there for 2 hours early for some unknown reason. So I've got to get a train at about 8:30, 9 o'clock just so I can get there for 10, and I think that's ruining the league as well a little bit. Like, I mean, we should be really grateful that they are actually showing more games than ever on Sky and BBC and that thing. Like, we should be so grateful that they are showing practically every single game live. But it is also a little bit of a hindrance, and that also does affect United. Oh God, I'm turning into a man. United. That also does affect like the transfers, but it also affects attendances and fans, the kickoff times, because I mean 2:50 is all right, but 2:50 is weird.
Yeah, it's a strange, isn't it? But again, that could be depending. I don't know. There's too many rules and contracts now.
I should be grateful, but also I can just have a little bit of a moan because.
But you just want them to have thought about the fan rather than the TV. And we know there's money in the TV deals and things like that, but fans need to actually get there, don't they? But Tony's saying that. Tony, I love how much you're in the chat tonight. It's fantastic. Chelsea was set to sign Ellen Vangerheim from Hammarby. Transfer agreements were done for the Euros, but the deal failed after Hammarby got more offers and wanted more for her. Also set to sign Olivia Smith, offered Liverpool 800k. The club felt was a good offer for Smith, but Liverpool said she wasn't going for anything unless they offered $1 million. So again, clubs are really driving up those prices. And again, if you look at, one argument is if Villa went, we want to sign you, and they went, yeah, okay, for $1 million. Go, okay, never mind. Whereas if you're a club like your Chelseas and your Arsenals, they might go, yeah, all right. We can afford that. We're not going to get that investment back. So it's, again, that gap of clubs, one, having the money, and two, willing to then spend it on a player. So, yeah, a strange one for United. You'd think they would have brought more people in, whether it has been to do with deals and things like that. But, yeah, I mean, Ziggy Otioma, I was reading a report. Apparently she's just seamlessly blended into the team and had a really good start, which is fantastic. Exactly what you want. And Rolfert, of course, has got a knock at the minute. But as Tony says, actually, she's going to be quite underwhelming. She's injury prone and doesn't have the pace needed for the WSL. So there we go. It's going to be literally all to play for in this next season. So keep an eye on Manchester United. Now, Spurs. Paul, come to you for this one. I think the saddest of the windows from Spurs, one particular player who is Toko Koga from Feyenoord. And they've lost Rosella Ayan, and of course Becky Spencer's gone to Chelsea.
Oh, that's tragic.
White, a few contract extensions though.
Yeah.
But even, we're talking about, deals failing. Haley Rassel seems to have completely dropped off the face of the earth. She took Spurs out of her profile. Yeah, she took Spurs out of her bio, a year ago, I think. But yeah, apparently Rassel's transfer to Benfica fell through. It can happen for a variety of reasons. But, I mean, could this be that, Spurs just can't get who they want? Or do you think it's a deliberate move? Because new manager, of course, we can talk about Martin Hall. But yeah, what do you think? Would you expect it more from Spurs?
Yeah, they just
yeah.
they've kind of brought in Martin Hove, which has made Man United fans lose their minds because apparently he was the reason Mark Skinner was good. But also they've just not done anything. Like you say, that's a really, really sad transfer window, especially with a new manager, and they just haven't backed them.
No.
And it's just incredibly disappointing. But do you know what isn't? Zach's back. Our little
chat.
Hello, Zach.
Good evening, mate. Lovely to have you back. We are well. Too.
And Little Rock Rangers women are heading to nationals, by the way.
Hey.
Or they're heading to nationals in July, so presumably they've played there now. That was a long time ago. We're now catching up with the UPSL. Because we did keep an eye on the Little Rock Rangers.
We did indeed.
And they made it to the UPSL final.
Fantastic.
In Kansas City. So that was
very good.
Right. Oh, that sounded very fast show, didn't it? Which was nice. And meanwhile, Little Rock Rangers men are doing nicely. They are up, or at least they were doing nicely until they stopped updating their website.
Don't clubs know we need up-to-date information?
Oh God, lower league men's football from working is horrific. Trying to find out, just the ranting as a radio producer, trying to find out what's going on in the Hellenic League South Division 1. But it's still more likely to find that than have Spurs do anything in the transfer market. Because, I
was going to say, that tells you everything about their transfer market, that we're talking about Little Rock Rangers.
And the Hellenic League.
Yes.
Because, Toko Koga is a good player. But they haven't signed top players. They've only signed one. So, it's that was a stretch.
I mean, you've got, Kit Graham's back in training after injury as well. So they're getting players back from injury, but you're right. It's not really enough, is it? When you think about how other teams have strengthened around them.
But then they beat Arsenal in pre-season.
Yeah. Because City a couple of seasons ago only brought in Jill Road, and they were like, "Yeah, we're done. We're sorted. Yeah. We've got the squad. We're fine."
Spurs are also, if you look at previous years, Spurs are also a team. Sorry to interrupt, but I just have to get this point out. Are also a team that keep their cards and transfers very close for chests. They barely ever reveal anything about what they're doing, type thing.
It's like magicians keeping their cards close to their chest.
So I don't know.
Paul, do you think we'll see more movement before the window ends? Hopefully.
I hope so. For Spurs fans' sakes.
Yeah. Any
Because,
Spurs
you know,
fans?
as Kid Leroy once said, there you go, you can't get a signing from a hoe. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, see, we could be more up to date.
What a way to turn a phrase. Wow.
You know, we went from Blackout Crew, now we're mentioning Kid Leroy and Miley Cyrus. So there. Yeah.
You're down with the kids.
I'm down with the kids. I'm not chuggy. I am lit.
No.
It's like
Rosie's not here, so she can't cringe.
I'll cringe on her behalf, don't you worry.
It's giving desperate.
We've got one more team.
You know,
one more team.
No cap. Spurs need more signings or need to wake up and do something.
Yes, you just want to kind of poke them with a stick and be like, do something. Just come on. Announce something. So hopefully tomorrow they'll have all watched the podcast and they've gone, yeah, you're right.
Because, you know, right now the vibes are not immaculate.
The vibes are not vibrant.
The vibes are not immaculate.
I love saying that. It's one of my favorite sayings. The vibes are not it.
The vibes are not it.
The vibes are not vibing.
It is quiet, you know.
Another one I say, if you really want to get down,
is what it's giving.
If you really want to get down with it, another one I like to say is, "This is not slay. We're not slaying."
No, this is not a slay.
My brain's hurting, so we're gonna stop there, and we're gonna move on.
It's giving final. By which I mean lower mid-table, and that's what's happening with Spurs. I think they won't go down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think they're going to be in and around the bottom spots. So yeah, Leicester, Spurs.
England will probably score enough goals to get them out of it.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope Martha Thomas finds a bit of form again this season as well. It's quite sad watching just nothing happen last season as well. So yeah, I do hope from a positive season for Spurs because it just wasn't.
But at least they've still got the breakdancers at Brisbane Road.
Well, exactly. That's going to win them the title. It really is. Now let's have a look then. So back to me for our final club of the evening. Can you believe you've been with us for so long and how much we've talked about? Interesting window for West Ham in the sense of, again, not a lot of movement for how many players that they've let go. But you can tell that Ryan now is, able to really continue shaping the squad, giving out the contracts to the youngsters. So you can see Jesse Stapleton there has got a new 2-year deal, currently on loan to Nottingham Forest. Again, next week, we're going to talk about Nottingham Forest and how they're gathering a squad fit for the WSL. But what they've also done, and again, from a bit like what we said about Brighton, I think it was, they've kind of got rid of the players that were either on the periphery or they couldn't see really forcing their way into the squad. So although they've lost, Kirsty Smith, again, gone to Nottingham Forest, and you've, lost your Dagny Brynjar's here, captain for so long. So they've lost a bit of that leadership, a bit of that experience. They've also got rid of players like Caitlin Talbot, who again couldn't really find a feet with the club. Christy Mewis, the legend of West Ham that she is, appeared for a couple of games, got injured, and then had a baby. Best story ever.
The corner flag, her fight with the corner flag.
Oh yeah, her versus the corner flag will go down in history.
The middle corner flag because of how iconic that was.
But yeah, so Brianne Skin is really starting to shape this squad into every single person having more of a role, I think, and a bit more quality and a bit more depth. So they've only brought 3 players in then. So they've brought in Sarah Bracero, I hope I'm saying that right, who's England under-23 international from Portuguese Estoril Praia. You've got Uendo from Urawa Reds, Japanese team. She's won back-to-back league and Asian Women's Champions League titles the last 2 years in a row. So she's going to bring some incredible experience and quality, of course, into this team. But the one that I think most people will recognise is Fionn Morgan. Now, I've just realised that says defender. I know she's not a defender, just to let everyone know. So, incredibly impressive forward. She's spent the last 4 years with Bristol City. She's got the energy, she's got the fight, of course she has, she's Welsh, and the versatility, and I think she's going to really fit into this West Ham side. You can see already all the promo around her, they've really, jumped on in a good way that Euros bandwagon. They've seen talent that they really liked, and they've made sure to bring them back to their club. So yeah, a very, very good signing for West Ham's front line. And if you think you've got Pavi and say down the wings, and you've got Hera Martinez up front, maybe playing off each other, is going to be incredible. Unfortunately, though, I did see tonight, because again, back to Arsenal West Ham that was playing earlier, Martinez was replaced in the starting 11. So hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully it's just a bit of a knock, a bit of a concern. But fingers crossed she will be available for the start of the season. So yeah, I think West Ham are going to be happy mid, maybe. I think I can see them quite comfortably pushing on this year. Because again, it was getting that consistency last season. So I think that's going to really, really help them. Just to push on. And as Nessie rightly says, gives West Ham a nice kick of personality. Yes, I like that. I like that indeed. So just to finish off, before we look at opening weekend fixtures, we are nearly done, we promise. Zach's got some quick fire questions for us. And we're going to look at the best kit. We haven't talked about kits yet. We have briefly talked about the other Zach, so we will just talk about best kit. If you can all just have 10 seconds to think about the best kit in the league at the moment. Chloe, Paul, what would you say? Who's got the best kit? It can be home, away, or third. Which one?
I've got a couple.
Any stand out? You can say a couple, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to give my top 3 so far. I love we all know I don't care for home shirts. I love our away kit. I love the lemon, the cream. I think that's
the collar. Yes,
I think that's beautiful. The collar. I really like Arsenal's blue kit. I think that's the away one.
Oh, see, really? I like Arsenal's cream. The cream in the burgundy.
Cream in the burgundy is nice, but I like the blue one. And then,
yeah,
what's my third? Everton's away kit is awful, Tony. I completely agree. It's horrid.
Yeah, it's not great.
I don't like it. Can I say Everton's black keeper kit as well? I'm wearing the home kit, but the black keeper kit is, or Chelsea. I like Chelsea's black kit, but I don't like the outline. But I think there's just something so nice about a plain black kit. It's just simple but effective. I like Chelsea's black kit.
Yeah, no, I like that one. I'm just looking because Nessie said there, Liverpool third. It's like a teal, if I'm looking at the right one. And that does look really nice, Nessie. I do agree. Very nice, very nice. Paul, have any kits caught your eye?
Chelsea's home kit. I do love a kit without a sponsor on it.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. We're still not sure if Villas are going to have a sponsor because we didn't have one last season either. And I personally thought it looked much better.
Yeah, Chelsea's home kit. And Everton's home kit with the waves is nice as well.
Do you know what you want to like?
Pink and blue kits.
I forgot. See, I'm not a fan of my home kit. I mean, I've bought it, but I don't know if I'm that passionate about
I love
it.
I love how the answer to all of Zach's questions could technically be Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from all
like,
Everton involved, because it would just be
everything.
Everton. It'd just be because you look at it and or maybe not the player you build your club around, unless you were stretching a little. But for the other three, Everton, Brian Sorensen, and then pick a player. Like,
Yeah, pick your fighter, pick your player.
Is that white one Villa's away kit or the third one, like the white with purple?
The purpley, pinky,
Yeah, like white.
things that looks like it should be velvet. That's a third kit.
I like that one as well, like the white, but like the purpley, pinky dots. Like, I think, do you not like it? Oh, I quite like it.
It looks like it should be like, you remember when everyone wore like velour tracksuits? It looks like you should be able to like touch it and it'd be furry. See, I know.
If Villa were going to do a blackout kit, now would be the time to do it in tribute to Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, their away kit is black with blue accents on the shoulders. So I think that's my preferred kit this season. Anyway. Yeah, awful.
Oh, I like it. I like the colours. I like the
You
marble.
can have it. You can buy it if you like. It's fine.
Collecting them all.
They're not in the WSL, but Sunderland's blackout kit with the cat eyes on the back is
I love a black kit.
Spot on. I will just talk about London City's kit. Has anyone realised they're the colours of the league on the away kit? It's white with orange and purple stripes.
I've not seen the away kit. Let me have a quick look.
Hang on, I'll put it on the screen for everyone to have a look. Because it's a sight to behold.
Whitby Town's new kit is a choice.
Oh god, it's awful. Oh, it's even worse now that I've had a look at it again. Is anyone from London City watching? Just don't.
Can I just say that my favourite kit now, my new favourite kit is.
There you
go. Oh no!
Yeah.
See, that looks like a very forced smile there. Like,
she looks like she's holding a dildo. Look.
Oh, Paul, of course.
She does. She looks like she's holding a dildo. That's really unfortunate hand placement.
Okay, now I feel a bit bad for slating it. Now I found out it's the. Is it actually?
Or does it just look like it?
It's for a good cause, but your player looks like you're holding a dildo, and it looks
like. Is that actually? Now I feel bad for being horrible. If it's actually like, if it actually is, I feel bad for being horrible now.
Anyway, no. If you go back to it, you can't unsee it.
Are we about to be cancelled?
No, Paul is. We're not. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to say I already have been. Because it's, I've seen the breast cancer kit and noticed that the picture looks like the player's holding a sex toy. But they do. Like, honestly, if you go back to it, you can't unsee it. If you go back to it, you can't unsee it. Honest.
I mean, it's not a nice kit, but if it's for a good cause, then.
Now,
if Gareth Taylor became London City manager, you'd have dibs and dildos.
Don't even. No, I can't. I'm going to have to speak to this man at some point in my career. And now all I'm going to think about is this moment.
Now, can I just say though, I don't think it actually is. I can find no connection to that whatsoever. I think it's just purely because of the logo on the front looks like it. I think it just looks like it. Okay,
it isn't actually for charity.
No, not that I can find, not that I can see. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I can't find anything to do with that. So yeah, so the whole point of that was it's the same colours as the league, which I find a bit suspicious.
As a goss, by the way, Chris has changed my life in terms of football kits. The Whitby Town away kit for this season is the most emo gothic football kit.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay.
It's a Dracula-inspired kit.
Oh, what? Oh, that's cool. It's so it's pink.
It's got Whitby Abbey on it.
Purple.
Show it to me.
I'm trying, man.
Sorry, that was a bit mean.
It was very mean.
I love how this which team's got the best kit has added another half hour to the show.
I know what we've done, and
So
look
many
what all we've done.
So many teams just have nice kits though, and some have.
There we go. It's got the Abbey on it.
Look at it.
It's got the bats.
That is a proper goth football.
That
kit.
is nice. I like that. That's
That
really
is
nice.
fantastic. So yeah, Whitby Town. We're going to be following how you get on for the rest of the season. So there we go. Hey, and we've made Zach happy, so it's all good.
Because if you're picking Craig David picking a Hove novel, he's a Poe selector. Thank you.
Hey, there he is. Very good indeed.
Once upon a midnight dreary, Poe selector. There we go.
I mean, Arsenal's parrot kit's not that nice, but that's a training kit.
Yeah, no one needs the parrot.
The way you just said turned out nice, I'm just remembering a very particular Carling advert. The Dambusters one just turned out nice again. The end of it. And again, yes. See, Freya's old enough. Freya got it. And that was an amazing pause, by the way.
It's just
your screen held on the perfect pause.
Smiling
We
waves.
just see for the vibes. It's fine.
I'm always for vibes.
Tony, you have no soul.
Now, right.
You have no soul for the Gothic.
This is the last
I
thing.
fit some knowledge, and then I just kind of vibe.
And it's kind of vibe.
Knowledge
Yeah,
about
that's fine.
hand.
Well, we can vibe with the final thing. The final thing. Tony's not a fan, by the way. Of
You can vibe with London City's away kit.
Here we go then. Opening weekend. So we have got on Friday evening Chelsea, Manchester City at Stamford Bridge. The fixture that no one wanted to see ever again, and yet here we are. It's opening the new season.
We're just getting it out of the way early.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say get out of the way early.
Nobody
Yeah, it's one of
except
the
Sky
family.
wanted to see it ever again.
And we'll get tickets to reverse fixture because that one's at the Etihad, which would be quite fun.
Oh, there we go.
Not here at the Joy Stadium.
At the
Oh
Joy.
no! Funny, when I interviewed Jade Rose a few weeks ago, she kept saying Joy Stadium. I'm like, oh god, it's catching. She hasn't even been here that long, and she's already saying Joy Stadium after a sentence.
It's just said to get a fiver for every time you say it. So she's like, I hear at the Joy Stadium.
Shameless plug, look out for that interview, by the way, along with Sophie Roman Hagen our court. Just got to plug my own work now.
You are, right?
Wow.
Who do you think you are? So yes, on Saturday the only fixture is Arsenal versus London City. That is at the Emirates, and then we've got everyone else who the league doesn't care about. So you've got Spurs versus West Ham, United versus City, Liverpool, Everton, and Brighton versus Villa on the Sunday.
And all
Now,
of it done by midday.
Yes,
All
all
of
of
it
them
done by
kicking off
2
at
o'clock.
midday. So get your predictions in the chat, please. We want to hear your final thoughts before we go. Who are going to be the winners on this opening weekend? So again, Chloe, Paul, I'm going to come to you for some quick fire answers. Chelsea and Man City, who's going to win that one?
Chelsea.
Chelsea, okay, lovely. Arsenal, London City. I know we kind of spoke about it earlier, but how are you both feeling now?
I think Arsenal, you know.
Arsenal, okay, yeah. Paul, how are you feeling now?
Still Arsenal.
Still Arsenal, yeah. No, I think it's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be Arsenal. Although Tony's saying 3-2 to London City.
That'll be incredible, but I don't know.
That would be incredible. Absolutely. It's on BBC One. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, I'll probably be working. I'll just book it off. It'll be fine. I can't work anymore. Football's on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's just on your at the top of your CV. Don't ask me to work match days because I'm not here. Okay, next one.
I'm not going to work it.
Another local derby then, Spurs West Ham. How are we feeling about this one? Who should win?
West Ham.
West Ham.
West Ham.
West Ham. West Ham.
Yeah.
I'm forever blowing
Chloe, where are you from?
bubbles.
What?
So, Chloe, where's that accent from?
West Ham. West Ham. I'm not very good at accents.
West Ham?
But
West
enjoyed
Ham,
it.
West Ham, South African.
West Ham.
West Ham. Pretty ridiculous.
If anyone who supports West Ham would like to send us a voice note of how you do say West Ham instead of all of our northern interpretations of West Ham, that'd be great.
No, you have to say it really well. You have to go West Ham.
Yeah, you got to proper go for it. I agree with Tony. We said this on Monday night on one of our other podcasts. Spurs West Ham will either be a snooze fest or a complete shit show. Yeah, hard to call. I do think West Ham will have the edge, though. I do. So whether it is just a 1-0,
that could be a vibe feature. We could get AI to do that snooze fest or shit show. And that's just what we say about each game. What's it more likely to be?
Yeah, just for each one and see what happens. Okay, how about United Leicester then?
United.
Probably United.
Yeah, got to be. Imagine if Leicester come out now and win United like 10-0.
That'd be very good.
It would be quite impressive, wouldn't it?
Competition's finest, 5 goals.
It was really close. There was only 5 goals. United. Now, Tony's saying United Leicester 8-0. I mean, hey, that's a statement and a half. Chris has gone Chelsea 2, City 1. Isn't it always 2-1 between those two? I know it definitely is between Villa and City at least. Now, the next one, I think I know Chloe's answer. Liverpool, Everton. Who's going to win that one?
Everton.
I can see Everton. Liverpool again having the better run of form coming into it.
We have such a great track record at Anfield as well. So it's because it's at Anfield. We're at the big boy stadium. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got but also we're really shit at the start of the season. So
hey, that was your left.
Friends, I've got to be honest. I am nothing if not honest. And also skeptical. And Delulu. I'm a lot of things actually. No, that's Everton. I'm still going Everton.
Chris is saying Everton 2-1.
We're winning the league, boys. Everton.
Yeah, unless you say, well, Liverpool are a bit crap at Anfield.
And that boys is spelled BOI, by the way. Boy.
With a Z on the end, boys. Yeah, Liverpool yet to win a Merseyside derby at Anfield. Yes.
It'll be like the club shops. It'll be Liverpool 1, Everton 2.
Which is why we love it. And last one, Brighton Villa. Now, remember last season when it was Brighton away for Villa, there were 2 red cards during the match. Yeah, so what are you two thinking for this one?
Villa.
Yeah, my sister says, oops, the Villa.
I hope so. I really hope so. Chris is saying 2-0. That'd be nice. It's always a bit of a ding dong when these two come together. Tony's saying Villa 3-1. That's very generous. Thank you. I think our defense has improved. I don't think Brighton. Well, they haven't got to keep Paris anymore, have they? Because they were always a threat when Paris was there. So yeah, I'm more inclined to maybe a 3-1. I don't know. Again, who's in goal? We don't know. So yeah, I mean, I'd love a 2-0. I'd love a clean sheet to start us off. But I can also see a 3-1. Yeah, even a 2-1. Just a win. Just a win. I'll be happy with that, considering how last season started for Villa. But yeah, they've got Hadjiman, haven't they? Yeah.
Have you seen, by the way, the absolute embarrassment of the London City kit reveal video? Have you seen this?
Are they on a bus?
The one where they're on a bus?
Is that the one? Yes.
And is he good when he's dancing on a bus that just happens to pull up? And they all happen to turn up on the first day back in kit. And that bus had a donk on it.
If only it had a donk on it, then it's just it could have
buses. Put a donk on it.
double deckers. Put a donk on
Put a
it.
donk on it. I love the fact that I love the fact. It's a pity Zach's gone to training because that would just absolutely confuse him, wouldn't it? Just...
Oh, Chloe, honestly, it's the best song in the world, and you need to memorize it, and it will get stuck in your head forever. And we won't be sorry. We won't be sorry about it.
I found the Jordan Nobbs Ant video, so I'll send that over. So you guys send me a link to.
All right, so we can say that's real, and not a dream.
It's real. I found it. I'll send it you after this. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much. Right, thank you for everyone in the chat this evening. Thank you to the two of you for joining me as well. And we've even got a new social graphic. Aren't we good to you? Now, for everyone who is watching and listening, thank you so much. Now, this is the start of our brand new series, like we said at the beginning of the show. And we're back next week with our WSL2 preview. The lovely Danny is going to be joining us for that one as well. But, if you're not just into women's football and, the men play now and again, they have a game, don't they? So on Monday nights, it's absolutely non-league. On Tuesday nights, it's the Premier League show. Wednesday, come and join us at 8:30. And the Lower League show is on a Thursday. So 4 nights of your week, we are here, we are live. And we love how much everyone gets involved in the chat. Now, we know most of you already like and subscribe, but you can at the following to make sure that you don't miss a single announcement, whether it's if we're going live, whether it's interviews. Like we said, me and Paul did one with the lovely Carrie Dunn. So please do go check that out. We've got, club episodes. There's the new Women in Football series, which is fantastic. Shah's put a lot of work into that, and it's incredible. And also, if you are a YouTube member, then you get, like I know Chris is in the chat this evening, you get behind the scenes episodes and interviews, there's live chat benefits and things like that. So if it's something you're interested in and you would like to support us, then that is also another option. So we are at Absolute Ball Pod on Twitter, YouTube at Absolute Football Podcast, and the same on Twitch. TikTok is Absolute Football Pod. Instagram is Absolute Football Podcast with an _. Blue Sky, which we all know we need to use a bit more, is Absolute Football. And on Facebook, the Absolute Football Podcast as well. And I'll take a massive deep breath after that. And all variations thereof. But do come and follow us. Because there's so much to share. And on that, Chloe, thank you so much for joining us this evening for your insight. Where can people find more of you, please?
So I am at ChloeBear529 on all social media. So that's like, I don't know, I'm not going to describe it individually because that's just everything. But I also have a dedicated journalism account to what I do in my life, which is Chloe Talk Sports on Instagram and Twitter. But probably best on Instagram because I don't really use the Twitter account at all.
We did want to.
Anyways, I don't use it.
But she wasn't for it.
I might actually change it to Chloe Talks Balls because I was about to say I talk all balls, but that's a bit weird.
Well, no, we won't go about that. Yes, so Chloe Bear 529 to follow our lovely Chloe Bear. And Paul, hashtag Burnley After Reading. Where can people find more of you, please?
At Paul W Radio, basically. On Twitter, because I'm sort of on Blue Sky as well, but I'm not on there much. So you're best off on Twitter. Although I don't talk as much on there as I used to because I get myself into trouble less that way.
And that, my friends, is called growth.
but it sounds like I should go to the doctors for that one. But no, it's also I'm aware of all Twitter drama, like Gareth Taylor suddenly becoming a sex symbol and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, you just had to say it once more, didn't you?
I can't do this anymore.
At least it's not Phil Neville.
Right, end stream. Hey, we believe in Phil Neville.
In stream.
should end right now before anyone can say anything else. But yes, I'm at Team Pretty Rights, so do come along and give us a follow. Come and join in the women's football conversation because we're always talking about something. So yes, so next week is WSL2 preview, and the week after, football will have started once more for the 25.
Can they still nominate us for the Football Content Awards?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think that might have been closed. I think it's closed. But hey,
I'm sure Wales did anyway.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's voted for us, right? In the FCAs. We won Best New Content Creator last year, and would love to be involved in all categories again this year, across our Premier League, women's football, and low league as well. So yes, so again, if you follow us, you'll find all of these notifications. So yes, we will go now. We have been talking a long time, but we hope you've enjoyed. Yeah. So go to sleep, put a donk on it. And we hope it's been an insightful little time to talk about all the WSL clubs for the new season. So yeah, so thank you, good evening, and